Hello, everybody.
Heyo.
So Mars. Oh, I'm in my wrong outfit.
Ah, no! Ori, you're too dapper. You gotta get in your ship uniform.
Well, I mean, we're listening to the other thing. All right, there we go.
This is true. And we have Ace Attorney art on screen right now.
Indeed. Didn't do a ton of finished art since last Thursday, I guess. That's the math. Too many things. But
what came out with today's episode?
Yes. Hello, Mason. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
So, all right, you wanna hint,
Congratulations
Mars?
on the 1 year, Mason. I want a hint.
Okay, what kind of hint do you want? Do you want a hint, a technical hint, or a like general hint?
I have mostly consonants left. So I'm like, this is a dumb word where it's like, I would not think of this as a word.
It's definitely like, I would not have thought of this as a word. Yeah,
okay. What
it's in
category is the word?
I would say it's not onomatopoeia, but it's related.
Not okay.
Like I feel like I would put this in like an adjacent category to an onomatopoeia word.
So
I don't know, Mason.
To an onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
I saw
It's got some blank to it.
Mason, there's 3. Oh! Fuck! Hell! I know what it is. Oh, screw you! I got it. 5th try. I got it. Wow. Oh, that was mean.
I'm like
that
sitting there.
Was mean, Wordle. Like, how dare!
I'm like sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I had the 3 middle letters.
Not a word.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said onomatopoeia adjacent, right? Like,
yeah, no.
Yeah, I guess
I don't
is a
use
word
that as
definition.
an onomatopoeia all that often. Like, I feel like that particular one has a specific feel to it.
Yeah.
Where I just don't classify it as such.
Yeah. That's why I said it was like a
that
cousin.
Was mean.
It's like an onomatopoeia cousin.
Wow. Because I'll tell you the word I started off with. I got waves, and then my second word was front. So you can guess what letter I got for that. And then I got cold, which gave me nothing.
Yeah, I had the 3
what the
middle
hell could it
letters.
Be? I'm sending you what my screen looked like, Ori. I literally used up every consonant I possibly could have.
That's crazy.
I was so stumped. Holy shit. They've been using the double letters a lot recently.
I hate the double letters. It should be illegal.
The double letters kill me someday. Does anyone else in chat play Wordle? Ori and I have been playing alongside Rage in her server, and oof, it's been mean these last few days.
I always miss until somebody like says something in that channel, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
I have to remember to ask Rage to open my thing, because apparently it doesn't show the thing when I'm doing it.
Here's the
I'm like in Wordle jail, I guess.
Zoom in of the Hotsun cookie.
It's so cute. What kind of cookie is it?
So really, it's a tart. It's a tart. It's a Hotsun tart.
Oh.
It was always a tart. Remember you made that pun? It's a art.
Oh yes, I did. It's a art.
Yes, it's explicitly
this
from
is the art come to life.
Yeah, it's explicitly from the Flare sticker. But you know, sometimes it's like the Flare sticker. We love the Flare sticker.
I love seeing the fruits of my puns.
But we also love adding emojis. And so I like adding the emojis.
And
so I was like, I had thought about this.
So why not?
I had thought about making one, and I just procrastinated and did that. So hello, Bass.
Howdy, Bass. Welcome.
Okay, I gotta admit, I hate that I have to fucking leave the Wordle in Discord. I should just back out of it and it should be gone. It shouldn't stay in the fucking corner of my screen or some shit.
Oh, really? I don't get that problem. Oh, you're on laptop, aren't you?
I'm on computer, yeah, I'm on PC.
Yeah, I'm doing it on phone. It doesn't do that on phone. Poor Ori.
You still see it as a plate? Even though it's eaten? It's consumed?
But there's a bite taken out of it,
And
Bass.
what's the side?
Oh, okay. You're pulling our
okay.
leg. You're pulling our legs.
So I've been thinking about this.
Tart.
So I've been thinking about this because, well,
you don't eat the plate, Bass.
Well, I've been thinking about this because Flair is part of the Paper Demons Glutton Club, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that means the goal is to like eat the monsters, right? That is the goal.
Dungeon Meshi style.
Dungeon Meshi
Absolutely.
style, indeed, exactly. Now a good amount of the characters there are like to the level of unhinged that they will eat literally anything, anything is edible once sort of thing, like metal, rocks, like whatever, like it doesn't have to be like made of meat, sort of thing. And so I'm sitting here and it's like, because Flair and T-Pets in general are not like, what's the word that I want? Like biological in the way.
In the way that they need food.
So yes, but no, Jim. There's not like an extra, like it's not like an extra need. It's more just like the
For
goal is to
entertainment.
eat the thing, and the thing happens to be a
Amethyst
robot. They will still
from
attempt to eat the
Steven
robot.
Universe.
It's not like a
Steven Universe.
compulsion.
Eating for the pleasure, not for the need.
Of any, yeah, well, that is the T-Pets. I'm talking about the Gluttons Club. Is some of those characters like it's more like just with reckless abandon in the sense of that here's Big Monster. Our goal is to eat Big Monster. Big Monster is a robot. Okay, so then a lot of people are like, how do we eat the robot? And then other characters just like, I'm just gonna eat the robot. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference. And so I was trying to sit here and I was thinking about how Flair and eating works, right? Because we have that with the T-Pets that, they're like the crystal gems of Steven Universe. They don't need the sustenance in order to survive, but some of them just enjoy, consuming and eating food because they can taste it, and everything like that. But so then that would imply, can they eat stuff that most people can't? Right, like that a human can't, right? So like, could Flair eat metal? This sort of thing. And I think
Could Flair consume clay?
Yeah, I think my consensus is that eating something would not harm Flair, but he still has, like, breakable teeth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you use like metal powder in something because you wanted that metallic flavor, he would do that. Like he would eat that. He would try that. He would, see if that works, right? Like he might experience that. But he I would say T-Pets aren't more quote unquote durable in the tooth department that he could bite metal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could bite clay because, like soft clay because it's soft. Like, I don't think he could bite anything harder than a human could bite.
But it would still hurt.
It'd be a problem.
Yeah.
No canalization. And I would say, like Flair is not going up to, like, a ball of clay and eating it. Right? Like he doesn't have that level. But, like, he is willing to experience, certain flavors of things that might be poisonous to regular people, or, like, what is the taste of rust? Like, I don't want to eat rust as, like, a health thing, right? As, like, a human. But it's like, maybe it imparts some sort of flavor with a bunch of other stuff. Flair would be intrigued by that sort of thing, and he might try that.
But combining metalworking and clay that the T-Pets use, could they fuse it into themselves? Something like that?
No, I don't. I would say not. Their form is their form. They have their forms. It's not really amorphous in that way. I'm just saying, it's like an explicit, like, if because the Gluttons Club is planning to make slushies and jello out of the tardigrade goo. And so, like...
Kintsugi would be something different, Bass. I don't think what I'm describing is kintsugi.
No. No, I would say that the Teapet's form is, like, its own thing. But, like, so we're gonna eat the goo in the technograde, right? So it's like, that looks like that would be poisonous goo, right? Like, that's machine
it's
goo.
Probably very
As a
mechanical
person,
goo.
I would not recommend trying to eat machine goo, no matter how, whatever it is. So basically the plan in my head is more just like, do I make the narrative that Flair figured out a way to extract safe and human edible things from the machine goo to make stuff? Or can he just eat the machine goo, like, toxic or not, and enjoy the possibility of, like antifreeze is sweet, you know, like, things like that, right? Like, you shouldn't eat antifreeze, don't do that, but, like, it could be yummy, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just sort of what I've been, like, thinking about Teapet wise. Kintsugi is the gold for repairs, right?
Yeah, Kintsugi is
so I had mentioned this to
so that's a little bit different.
Wenia, I think that's the name. The person from Paper Demon who recently joined our Renia, I think it's Renia, something like that. And she had asked like, if they can get sick and stuff and all that sort of stuff. And so my big thing with, like, they are made of clay, but in, again, a very magical way. Like, I need to preface this that it's all very hand-wavy, their existence. That's kind of the point. Because the point is that there are not super-duper rigid rules. I'm thinking of this in a way where it is what I wish to do with Flair. You know, anyone with a Teapet does not have to super follow these rules. They're like a framework. If your Teapet doesn't want to eat toxic things, like, you know, do it. If they do want to, also do it. That's kind of the point.
Totally
right?
Up to you.
But so Teapets can break in the sense of that they are made out of clay, and so injuries can result in chips and you know, cracks and full breakages and stuff. But I think I've sort of landed on, you can put, like, Teapets can be put back together. That's definitely it. They don't die. They can't die.
Well, that's important.
And they don't feel it in the same way. Like, it's a pain because they can't, like, move their dismembered hand, you know, over there. It's inert. But, you know, you can put it back together, and I think it's basically up to you, the creator, whether you want that to be kintsugi or with a scar or, you know, anything like that.
So is that officially going into the Teapet lore?
I believe it's already in the Teapet lore. But that was always the thing of it. If you wanted to have, you know, kintsugi scars, like, totally a thing.
I'm curious. I want to find.
But also, I feel like the idea is that you don't have to, you know? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I have no current plans of Flair ever getting grievously hurt in any way, and experimenting with that in my personal self.
Not yet. We'll have to wait for a few more battles.
It's less he got fucking bodied by the moth, and you know, there's nothing there. That's just not the way I wish to interact with it. You know, that's just sort of how, like, you know, I am. But I don't want to stifle other people from... Hello, Federico. From, you know, having cool kintsugi scars, or if they want to, or having cracks as they get older, or, you know, missing a limb, you know, or something. Like it'd be a crack, whatever. Like, you could do that. Mason mentions, like, putting it back together wrong. I would have to say that, like, that's kind of... I would say you can't do that, personally. Mostly just because the way I'm imagining it is basically, like, they fit together like a puzzle. You know, the clay is hard. The clay is not soft and malleable. You know, it's like a piece of...
You're aiming to put it back together as close to its original likeness as possible.
Yeah, because they're not made out of wet clay. They are made out of fired clay, right? Their base form is called bisque form, which is the very first firing of clay. So they are solid. They are magically not solid by being able to move. Yeah, they've been in the kiln. And so, so to put it back together wrong, yet, you're basically just gluing the wrong piece in the wrong place. It wouldn't, like, reanimate, I guess, if that makes sense. If you, like, decided to stick the broken leg on the arm, like, they don't fit. You know, it's like a puzzle thing, right? But, like, maybe there were the little flecks, the little flakes, right? That, like, you didn't have all the tiny pieces, so maybe while their arm is put together, they have little chips. You know, who knows? Like you can play around with that. Hello, Comfort.
Hello, Comfort.
So yeah, I would say the goal of T-Pets is not to go body horror, if I'm being completely honest. I would say they're meant to try to stay away from that level.
Silly little goobers.
They're supposed to be the, like the goal is creativity and everything. And I understand that, like, gore and, you know, body horror is a side of creativity. But I also think
for the last 2 weeks,
you can still be creative with it, with broken T-Pets
today.
You know what I'm saying?
Comfort.
I feel like the ability to have broken T-Pets lends itself into that enough. I think that's where
I can see that because
my stance is.
I'm with the same.
Because I could see very much
with Riri. Because, like, I don't want to hurt her.
But, like, I could see if I wanted to hurt Flare, I can imagine like a broken Flare, right?
Oh, yeah,
he's not in
imagine a
physical pain,
scar,
but, like, there's a mental trauma to that, and you could draw it in a certain way. But I don't think we need to go as far as
play around with that.
Someone was put back together wrong, if that makes sense.
You're talking like a chimera T-Pet almost, and that's different.
Yeah, and it's just like, because that would also then imply in my mind that you could stick somebody else's limbs onto it, like a different T-Pet's limbs onto that T-Pet.
That's honestly what I kind of thought Mason was asking earlier.
Well,
like,
I'm explicitly against that.
And put them on Rikuriti's torso.
Yeah, like I don't think, like, the T-Pet, well, they are originally made of clay, and they are like
Cheers, Beth.
Yeah. And they are, you know, like that, they're definitely not mix and match. Like, all Flare's pieces are Flare's pieces, and all Rikuriti's pieces are Rikuriti's pieces. They're not made of the same stuff.
Have you seen the size difference between these two?
But I could see...
Those pieces are not interchangeable.
I could see a storyline if you wanted to go this route where somebody made a, like, twin set of T-Pets, you know? Where they were made from the same offcut of clay from their teapot. And, you know, that could be a special little thing. And maybe if you wanted to play around, their parts could technically be interchangeable, but I feel like that would still be...
I'm kind of wondering, Ori,
arm for arm.
This could be a fun story to tell. You know, you get a little bit of your hurt comfort in there. Let's say there was a battle, and one of the T-Pets lost a limb. Let's go for the arm, because that's a popular choice. Can never go wrong with the arm. Lost the arm, shatters on the floor, because I'm imagining dried clay, right? It just shatters into dried clay.
Yeah.
Cannot salvage the pieces. They are tiny, cannot be picked up, microscopic, gone. Could a new arm be forged for them and then attached?
I don't see why not. I do think that
Okay,
one,
I know what I'm doing in the future.
I do think that one would have to look different, though.
That arm would have to look different. Ooh, okay. So, like, for example, okay, so speaking hypothetically here, but the most obvious, like, way an arm can look is, like, if you're tanned in the sun, maybe
they
the new
can't
arm
be
is
put back
lighter
wrong.
in comparison to the rest of the body.
I'm sorry, say that again one more time, Mars. I read chat and my mind went
No
numb.
worries. So, first example I think of is when you talk about, like, the arm, I think of skin tone. So in the newer arm, would it be a lighter skin tone, like no sun tan
say,
to match the rest of the body?
I
or
would see it
darker
as,
because it just came out of the killing?
I would see it as it would never be fully colored.
Interesting.
Like, I would see it as just, it would be like, that portion now is just a one solid clay color.
So basically, prosthetic.
Basically a prosthetic, yeah. Like, it wouldn't have, like, and I would say you could flavor it in whatever way you want, in the sense of maybe you want to flavor it where it doesn't have all the feeling that, you know, a normal arm would, or you flavor it that it totally does, you know. However you want to do that, I feel would be up to, you know, you. But I think that, yeah, if we're adding new clay, because it would never ever be the same cut of clay, for lack of a better term, right? It could never be
the same pile of clay.
I think that while you
it's
could
definitely giving Golem vibes
adhere
with that.
it to a level, yeah, it would never be, like, colorful in any way. Even in, like, the glossed form, even in, like, the refired form. Like, it would always be like a, this is a, I think that one has to be sort of like a very obvious, this is, we are no longer in the realm of people. That's just what would make sense to me.
Oh, I think Rikoriti might have some 2.0 design plans.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh!
I'm out here with Paper Demon just being like, the flare is just dooting around.
Edward, Elric / Bash Stampede.
I have so
Ruh-roh.
non-existent. It's really funny to me because, like, as a person, I'm not a big, not that I'm not a big fan of lore. It's just not something, like, I think about super right away when I do characters, right? Like, Flair basically had the minimum amount of lore solely because he was, like, filling a specific purpose. And then when that purpose slightly changed, it's like, oh shit, we gotta, like, fix this now. You know, like, we gotta encompass this now. And so now what's so crazy to me is the fact that there are Paper Demon people coming across Flair and thus reading about his being a T-Pet and reading about the T-Pet lore. It's like, oh shit, like, now people are asking me questions, and it's like, now I gotta keep it all straight, and it's like, oh gosh. It's very much one of those things that's like, I have all the knowledge in my head about how I would, quote unquote, treat a T-Pet, but it's weird to have to consider it right away. I don't know if that makes any sense. You know, to be put on the spot and not to be like, oh, as I come across it. Like, I had no thinking of harming Flair, you know, so it was like, that's something I had to explicitly sort of, hello, Allie.
That so many people want to harm
Yes, but
their
this is
T-Pets.
a woman handling a man.
Hello, Allie. It is. This is true.
And please don't ship them. I will put my foot down on this one. You're not allowed for this one.
Saiga is a mother, basically.
Saiga's a mother figure. You can think she's hot. You can think she's step on me, mommy. But her and Averett, nuh-uh, never ever.
If you want to ship yourself with her,
yeah,
go for it.
That's fine.
All the power to you. No Averett Saiga ships.
No. Refuse.
No. I'm sorry. I have to put my foot down on that.
No, we will put our foot down on that.
I mean, if you really want it, Mason.
Age gap would be interesting.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah. Flair is harmed by not eating his food. He doesn't get his own food.
He's just an angy. He just gets a little angy boy. See, that's like the thing where it's like your T-Pet doesn't have to have a curse. I just thought it was funny and, you know, cute if Flair could never eat. And that tied into the creative thing, right? The fact that he's making it for the love of making it and for the love of other people enjoying it and not the love that he gets to eat it, which is kind of the opposite of Vince, if you think about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Which I thought was just fun, but there's no necessity to be like, ah, yes, my T-Pet must have a curse, but you could also be like, haha, also would be funny.
Same thing with Rikuriti as well. Like, they don't need to have amnesia. Mine just does because that's the story I feel like telling. And I want her discovery of creativity and what it means to her to be part of her journey. I thought it would be fun to go into like, ooh, what makes her tick? What does she gravitate to? So that was something I wanted to explore, but that doesn't mean your teeth.
Get people in the brain? Yeah, that happens.
They can come right out of the killing knowing exactly what they want to do.
Oh, is it interrupted food-wise? That's beautiful.
Mine's just a little guy.
Yeah, that was basically, it literally started as I drew the Flair, like, his, like, headshot, like, profile picture for Paper Demon of him, like, nearly eating a sandwich, and I'm like, I want to draw him always.
Vibe.
I literally went, I want to draw him always nearly eating something. And then I was like, all right, curse time. You know?
This is Ori's version of hurt comfort.
Yeah. Ori loves drawing a shocked, startled little guy, but I don't want all the angst that comes with it all the time. So we have Flair now.
Yeah, leave the angst to Mars. I got this.
Yeah. That's why I need a Mars. Honestly, I would probably really write really lame, fluffy shit without Mars. It's not that I don't like consuming the angst. You know, I do, but like my mind does not usually go there with stuff.
See, I
guess
I'm a jack of all trades with that one. I like writing fluff, but I also love writing angst as well.
Griffin technically got angst written by me, but it's pretty cookie cutter, to be honest. And it was solely with the intent of giving him a viable backstory for a, What is with your arm here, Everett? What is happening?
Going against the grain.
I don't know.
Names be wild, Bass.
Wild. There's so many names. Dylan will constantly come to me with, like, Ace Attorney fucking ass names of people he's met through his job, like, IRL. Like, God, that is such a fucking Ace Attorney name. Like, I'm waiting for Dead Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm waiting. Like, it's going to happen.
Seriously. I actually have a kid with an Ace Attorney-esque last name.
Oh.
Where I got him at the beginning of the school year, read the name on my schedule, and I'm like, really? Huh. Okay. There's some crazy names out there. I also have a client out there with the same last name as mine, which is even more wild.
That is wild. Allie, I do angst that Outcast Blorbo's a fair amount in my head. Also Phoenix.
I make her.
But I will have to say, it's because there is already this angsty backstory in existence. Right? Flair is mine, and thus he doesn't... His backstory is us, the gods of the universe, went, we need a little boy down there. We make a little boy. Oh shit, this is now
we need
like
him to spread creativity.
Yeah.
He will continue our work. You gotta shake the Blorbos. That's right,
The
Allie.
one
you
Blorbo,
understand.
I do shake Flair.
Shake the Blorbos.
Just gently compared to Hotson.
Well, Hotson, we take the bottle and we go. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Hotson is that mini bit meme identically. I have been thinking a lot about like baby Milano, young boy Milano.
Well, he does have a canon design. You've
Yeah.
drawn it a couple times.
I'm thinking about him and his dad and his mom and like how they grew up and stuff. And so there's like mild angst in there because there's like formative things that happen to children, you know? Like you can have a negative experience as a child that shapes who you are without it being like a problem, you know, if that makes sense. Abuse.
That specific Blorbo is Avrit. He's the one who's going to be blended into a smooth paste.
Yeah, and then reformed.
Yeah. It's the disobedient Blorbos that get blended.
Avrit gets, grounded to fine paste. Hotson gets minced, and Milano gets shook.
Shook.
I feel like that's where we are.
That seems
Vigorously
about right.
shook. And then Aster, Ferrix, and Sinnet all have like a mild shaking or have had the mild shaking beforehand.
Mostly already had the mild shaking.
Yeah.
There's just one more step they need to complete.
They're very close.
They're in... I see them, if we're describing the 5 stages of grief, I see them as in the either bargaining stage or maybe even as far back as denial. You know, if I don't mention this, maybe it'll work itself out. We got to get them to acceptance.
Yeah, what are the...
Or at least contentment. Oh, poor Addie. Poor Addie, man.
Vigorously shakes your Blorbo. Well, yeah. I mean, look at Canadian
Most
Lucifer.
franchises will find a way to blend the Blorbo.
Canadian Lucifer shook their Blorbo, and I went, that was nice. And then I drew said shooken Blorbo because it was good.
More Blorbo smoothie, please.
It was good.
That makes me think if we do merch, we might have to do a blender shaker charm with the Outcaste voice in it. Because I was literally, you know what I saw the other day?
Is it the Edgeworth in the elevator?
That one too.
I'm constantly this close to getting that.
Odysseus in the Charybdis.
Oh, in Charybdis?
Shaker,
I think that's the same
and you
person.
shake him around.
I think
it is. Because the art style looks very similar.
But I am like constantly.
But the Edgeworth shaker is brilliant.
This close to the Edgeworth, like in the elevator shaker. Like every time I see it, I'm like, no, or you really wouldn't use that. Leave it. What I need a Lyo shaker.
I only have one shaker.
I need a Lyo shaker.
Life. They are fucking huge.
And it has to be the end of the series. No spoilers, but you know what I'm talking about. I need a Lyo shaker.
Yes.
I would get that in a heartbeat.
No, I feel you with the seeing the merch the other day and wanting to buy, because you're gonna laugh at me. Some artist, I don't know who, but now I'm following them, makes these really cool anime hair clips, and they did one based on Engine's Umbrella.
I saw
and I'm like,
that. It was good. It was really good.
I want it. I have long hair. I wear hair clips sometimes, maybe.
I actually do wear hair clips. It's just not in my aesthetic. That's literally why. I was like, ooh, that's really good.
I wear hair clips around the house, usually when I'm cleaning. That's
I wear hair clips around the house.
I don't wear hair clips in the car. I don't like the bump.
No, do not. Everybody, this is a PSA. Do not wear the hair clips on the back of your head in the car. Okay? Don't do it. If you get into an accident, it will embed itself in your head.
It will go into your
There
brain.
are many stories of nurses being like, so many car crashes is removing these from people's heads. Do not wear the hair clips in the car. PSA. Don't wear the. I literally, it's bad.
It's amazing that people ever did that before. It's like, really?
Well, like, one, it's fucking uncomfortable. But two, don't fucking do it. okay? Like, I don't care. They're plastic.
I feel you, Bats.
They will
It's like, oh, I wasn't doing that before, but now I'm really not gonna do that.
Yeah, exactly. There is a company that I did
I'm glad
see
we could educate you all.
that does make them out of like silicone, which is actually really cool. So they do
so they're
flex.
supposed to like crush and flex.
Yeah, so they flex, which is really cool. But I don't
better, but
I don't wear them enough
chance.
to be like, I need this, you know? But yeah, that's everyone's PSA.
Just keep the hair clip in your purse or on your person.
I literally,
and put it in when you get to the location.
That's literally what I do. I take it out, you put it down, you go back. Like, what if they break? They go in your skull. Like, they're not gonna withstand the thing, okay? They're not withstanding the impact. It's all the pieces.
Oh, no.
It's all the pieces.
It's the little pieces.
And the metal, it's
like
bad. Don't do
glass
it. Don't
stuff.
do it.
It's bad. Don't risk it. Don't risk it for a biscuit.
Ain't worth it.
Not worth it.
Don't do it. And it's just uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable.
Going back to pleasant topics, I really want to buy it. I really, really want to buy it. It looks so cool.
It does look really cool. This is why I don't
I'm
drive.
also starting investing in my Rudo cosplay, which I'm very excited for. I have some gloves on the way, which is awesome. The paint is on the way. The shirt, the pants. Oh, I'm so excited.
Lovely.
I can't wait to do a thrifted cosplay.
I've asked again about the artist alley. I hope I can finally be in it.
Give me a reason to wear my Rudo, dang it!
I just want to go table at a con. Speaking of conventions, Paper Demon has opened a what's the word that I want? A Google form, a survey, that's the word that I want, about possibly coming to conventions. And they asked to put what conventions and where you are.
Yes.
Go do that.
I would love that. Is that in Paper Demon events?
Yeah, I think it's in events or highlights. Those are usually the two places.
Oh, probably highlights then. Yeah, probably highlights. Scroll all the way to the bomb convention poll. Woo!
Yep. It's in highlights in Paper Demon.
Comic conventions. I'd go to a tabletop RPG convention if they're there.
Well, I think they're saying which ones you do go to.
Oh.
But you can put Anime Boston, which I can't put.
I can put that.
Yes, all mine are in New York. And if I, for whatever reason, Mars, don't get into the artist alley the one we want, I think we're going to the other smaller one in Manhattan, the gay one.
I'm down for that.
Because it's always the same weekend, it looks like, sadly, so you have to choose one or the other. But I do want to try FlameCon. It just looks fun.
It does.
It just looks like a good time.
I want to go. I want to go at least once.
It's very much a why not? There's parking, it's good.
Parking is always great.
And it might be a nice size where it's like in between Javits Center stuff and the one that's local, our little local one.
Well, as much as I loved Anime NYC, it was very big.
It's very much like, I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I've done Comic-Con.
Whole day event.
But I would definitely not do it again without, another important reason.
Just for the sake of my wallet and also being more choosy with the merch I buy, I need to go to a smaller venue.
I also just like even being like an artist, if I absolutely adore Artist Alley stuff, I still think I'd rather do the smaller cons. They're just chill, and it's not meant to be my job, and they're also just not as, competitive. I would totally...
I'll tell you that. Anime Boston was very, down to business. You did not have time to talk with the person behind the desk.
I definitely want to do...
next! All right, I'll help the next person.
If I'm being
it was
honest,
literally like being on a conveyor belt. It was fun, don't get me wrong.
I think when I retire...
But I did enjoy talking with the actual artists.
I think when I retire, my goal is gonna be to make more little, like, what's the word? Like media specific conventions happen. You know, like Nicole has talked about how she's been to, like, Ace Attorney conventions, right? Like Ace Attorney pop-up things where it's like, you know, conventions, and the whole point is everybody there is selling Ace Attorney stuff. Like, I think when I retire, that would be fun to try and organize every once in a while, little just, like, you know, property specific events. Could be fun. Because I really want to go to those. I really would love to go to an Ace Attorney one, and I would really love to go to a bunch of stuff. And that's why I'm so happy we have the Anime Cafe.
One that we said was going to be like an actual, like, hotel type deal and stuff. What was that one?
Oh, I don't recall at all.
Oh. Wasn't it in Georgia or something?
No, I have no recollection. I'm gonna be honest. I have no recall.
I don't know. It was something where you were like, oh, they have the ribbons and the Dragon Con?
Oh,
No,
Dragon Con! Yes.
It was Dragon Con.
Yes, it is Dragon Con.
Okay.
That's a bucket list thing. That's a bucket, because that's like a weekend. Like, if we're going to Dragon Con, we're going to Dragon Con. Right,
oh,
like
fucking going.
That is like, we're doing, like splurging on getting, like, rooms at the hotel, right? Like, we're doing all the days, like, you know, like, that one is like a bucket list item, right? Like, that is like it will happen, but not anytime soon right now.
Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah. Because Dragon Con just has, like, a big, like, culture of its own to it, which I find so fascinating. And
that's so cool.
Yeah, the ribbons and, like, stamp rallies, and it's like, because, like, I
want to participate in a stamp rally.
I want to do a stamp rally.
I want the ones going on right now, and I'm just like,
but they're just never
so fun.
They're never.
They aren't. I'm like, how dare you have a witch hat stamp rally where I'm not at?
Speaking of, I finished Volume 6 and started Volume 7.
Oh my god. Volume 7 is where I was in June of last year. You're catching up quick.
Oh, I'm speeding through, unfortunately, in the sense of it's going too fast.
No, I'm so happy you're reading it.
No spoilers, though, but keep reading.
Yes, yup.
Child.
Ori, do you see what I understand by they actually gave the mentor things to do and a story?
Yeah. I also, I don't want to talk about it too much.
The mentor is not perfect.
Because I don't want to spoil, and I don't want to...
Hopefully I'm being very vague.
No.
Saying all this.
Yeah. I'm saying I don't want to talk about it more because I could go on.
Hello, Parker.
And that is what we're doing tomorrow. But yeah,
yes,
I could go on.
Oh no, business meeting will solely be witch hat rants.
Hello,
I'm
Parker.
very excited. Welcome. You do seem new.
I'm really
Unless
upset.
You are someone we know under a new name.
I'm really upset that I forgot my iPad today because I really, really want to do Hoots and hair experiments.
That's not usual for you. What happened this
I just ran out of the house and I thought I had it and I didn't. That was it.
Ooh.
I thought I had taken it off the charger and I didn't, apparently. Just in my brain.
So sad. I was floored when I saw that. Enjoy D&D, Allie.
Oh, enjoy D&D, Allie. Knock on wood.
Yes, always, always. Pray to R and Jesus. The expression doesn't read as content. Oh, the one that Ori's currently working on?
Okay.
I don't know if I'd call that content. Poor Axis is a prisoner here.
He's scared about what's happening in the shadows. It's really funny though.
Until Saiga showed up.
You guys love, well, you guys, I mean Mars, but also some of you love that freaking Guard 2, like, looking down on fucking Guard 1 and whatever. And it's so funny to me because I had to redo that expression because it did not fit what was happening.
It's lost media
so
now.
It's lost media now, yeah.
Dang! And now it's been immortalized in a crack Christmas post.
Yeah,
love it.
But I mean,
feels
it was also never able to exist in the way that the meme works because it's specifically from a format of where we were both drawing separate panels on a thing, you know, at the same, like, so it was already like a very esoteric, specific meme. Is there a blue roof to go to the...
I'm not sure, Parker.
I have no idea.
But Ori and I work on a comic, just in case you are new. It's called Outcast. I am the writer. Ori is the lovely artist. And this is
not the
definitely
artist,
a passion
Mars?
project of our... I'm pretty sure I'm Lore of Mars, not Mars of Art.
Yes, this is our passion project. It takes a lot of passion to fucking do this shit, my fucking lord.
It does.
Give me my boys back!
I want to write porn again!
Give me my boys back! Story that we wrote. How, Mars? I think that we really gotta, in the next comic, make it everything in a way where we never don't have the boys. You know what I'm saying?
See,
I understand.
It's hard to not have cutaways, so you know what's going on in the world. Because there's this thing called porn. I didn't say porn. I said port.
She very obviously said port.
I said port. God damn it.
Good night, Parker.
No. Good night, Parker. There is a thing called audience knowledge, in which the audience, and this can be by design, where the audience is not only going to have more knowledge than the main characters, but should have more knowledge than the main characters.
Yeah.
Because what it does... no worries, Mason. I'm mostly teasing. I am teasing, I promise.
Technically, MP. Technically, somebody did.
I put a new buffer on my mic, so I was worried that it was not picking me up correctly. Although it seems to have worked these last couple nights, so I'm happy.
No, I think I think you would have been misinterpreted either way. It's such as life.
Yeah, that's just life. But going back to my point. There are cases where you do want your audience to have more information than your main characters do. Because that is going to add not only a new perspective to your story, but a little bit of nuance. Like when you see a character making a decision and you're like, oh, they really shouldn't be doing that because of X, Y, and Z.
But
you can kind of say, okay, but from their perspective, they don't know this yet. Oh shit, we're about to see a fallout. Oh no, anticipation is building. Oh my god, the suspense. Holy shit.
Mars, not me reading fucking 3 different, like, essays about fucking Cinderella Boy today. I have a problem. I have a problem. Tumblr did not help my problem.
It never does. It never does.
It was I made a bad decision, Ma. To be on the Tumblr.
Yeah, no, exactly, Bass, exactly. And sometimes you do have people who are like, well, why did that character make that decision? Like, shouldn't they know this? And it's like, no, you know that. The character doesn't yet. That's the idea.
The problem, and this is, I don't know why this is like this, if there's a way for me to, like...
I sometimes wonder if people forget stories are supposed to be interesting.
My whole thing is just, like, Everett is also a boy, but I don't know. There's something different. Give me Hotsun and Milano. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to discount, like... I like Everett's, like, storyline, and I want to see him have all the stuff happen and everything like that. But there's just something else, I don't know, where it's just like, these are the ones that I wish to draw all the time, and not that one. He's fine, you know, but, like, he doesn't call to me.
I think it's because Hotsun, Milano, and the gang, they're the OGs. They're
guess.
Who we started the story with. We've been writing and drawing them for so long that they're our comfort food as characters.
And I guess the whole thing is that just in the next comic, it's like, I need it to all be comfort food so that I don't have these moments where it's like, ugh.
I want my Milano nuggies.
I want my Milano nuggies. I want them.
We have plushie Milano at home.
No, we don't. The problem is, all I sit here and I'm thinking about is like, oh, I wanna draw, I wanna do like Hotsun hair stuff, I wanna do all this stuff, and it's like, but you have to do the other comic stuff, Ori, to even get to that point.
I'm fortunate to be in a position where, as the writer, I am entries ahead of where we are currently lining and flatting.
She is.
So I'm writing Aster at the moment.
Mars gets the good shit faster.
I do. I really do. But Ori gets to create whatever she sees in her head easier. So there's trade-offs. You have to eat your average sprouts and eggs.
I do! I have to eat my fucking... That's going in the... Both of these are best. Both of these are going in highlights.
I don't want my peregrine peas.
Both of these are going in the highlights. Okay, I will say...
I don't want my cycus.
I do think there will be a sick pleasure in the Perrin ones.
There will definitely be a sick pleasure. And specifically just because of how he's going to be drawn, like, dude's eyes are going to be so soulless. Honestly, not gonna lie, Ori, I'm kind of taking a little inspiration from Jabber now, because he's a crazy...
Yeah, Jabber. I see
bitch.
Visuals more like, Studio Investigative characters. Right, like visually,
I see that.
the change,
no, I totally
the
see
change, very done in that way.
Yes,
and very much like Vince's expression in that one, where it's just like,
oh,
yeah,
so
like
good.
it hits in a way.
And especially when it cuts out like the details of the face.
Yeah,
like,
green pepper is the big one.
You just get the eyes.
Japan best.
Hi, Shiro. Welcome.
Oh, Shiro. Welcome to a non-Paper Demon stream. Lovely.
Yeah, cool to see you on a comic night.
Yes.
This is our comic Outcast. I know it looks like something else on screen right now, but I promise it's a drama about found family and overcoming prejudice.
Oh, fine.
Or he's got a collar around his neck.
Look at all the shoes. I've drawn so many shoes. The shoes.
Two A's.
Why can't they have both? That does make sense, Shiro. I also find that it's very much in a way people prepare vegetables. I did not like a lot of vegetables.
Them.
Yeah,
and it's sad.
hate, disgusting, blah. You roast it, and I'm saying you roast it until it's done, right? Everybody's like, how long do you roast it? I don't fucking know. Cut it small and roast it until there is browning. Not blackening, but browning, okay? Until it is roasted. At that point, everything has been delicious.
Yes. These are laws.
Exactly.
We cannot change
roasted.
them.
Fantastic.
Delicious. That's the reason most people don't enjoy eating vegetables. because no one knows how to make them.
No one knows how to make them. Also, like, unfortunately, not fresh vegetables are more, are more affordable. You know, canned, frozen, that sort of thing. And those are icky.
And canned just always over salts.
I just don't like them wet. I don't like my vegetables wet. Dry them out.
You would not like how my folks make vegetables.
Nope. Literally, I am not a big vegetable person. Never was, never will be. Not until, like, the past 2 years where I have to cook, like, every meal, and for, you know, Dylan and Doug, has it been like, okay, I want to have vegetables. I want to like vegetables. Let me just fucking roast them all. Roasted.
Glad you could join. See, that's the way. You don't know the potential of vegetables until you make them yourself. That's basically the experience I had in college as well.
Yeah, Willow.
My roommate, she's actually from Bangladesh. So she taught me a lot of different ways of cooking and preparing different dishes. And a world was open to me, guys.
My mom is actually a really good cook. The only thing with vegetables is she never roasted them enough for little old me. I have to, like, she gets impatient because when she's cooking, she's hungry. And I feel that. I do it too. Like, I get that from her. But
that's valid.
So she'll stop roasting the vegetables when I'm like, no, that shit need 10 more minutes. Right? Like, that shit, like, she loves it and it's good. Like, there's no question. But, like, Ori wants it, like, it's nearly too much. You know what I'm saying? And also,
just on the cusp of being burned.
She'll rush. So it's like, I fucking sit there for way too long and julienne the carrots. So they're like fries. But so they're all the same size. And so you roast them. And they all roast the same. And they all do whatever, that sort of stuff. No. There's sauces and stuff after Shiro. But, like, I hate steamed. I hate boiled. I can do stir fry for certain vegetables, but you have to go pretty ham on it, you know? Like, get that wok fucking 400, you know? We're like, if there is not
steamed hams in this house.
No, if there's not caramelization. I have not tried a hard-boiled egg with butter. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not going to.
I have not tried that
I have
either.
no extreme love for hard-boiled eggs. I prefer to make jammy eggs and make egg salad.
I like the whites of the hard-boiled egg. The yolk is so damn dry.
I do egg salad. I love me jammy eggs. Jammy eggs.
Jammy eggs are delicious. Ori has made me a slew of egg sandwiches, and they are slapping.
Jammy eggs. Love a good jammy egg. Love a good jammy, like, marinated. So good.
God, you're making me hungry.
That is a stream rite of passage, Marge. The one thing I do want to try, I agree, MP. The yolk is the best part. The one thing I do want to try is I want to try to make
depends. Are we talking about the yolk of a jammy egg or the yolk of a hard-boiled egg?
Egg yolks.
Okay.
A jammy egg is basically what a lot of people would consider the consistency of a ramen egg, right? So it's not. It is not a soft boiled egg.
I don't like running yolk. Running yolk makes me think it's underdone and makes me think I'll get salmonella. It's not that.
Yeah, a jammy egg is like a medium egg, slightly more than medium, I would say. The white is fully cooked, but the yolk is a jammy consistency, where it is soft. It's not hard-boiled dry, right? And it's this lovely, like, golden color. It's beautiful.
It's so good.
So good.
It looks lovely, too.
It's so delicious.
God, I'm hungry.
But yeah, MP, I'm gonna try this. I've seen a bunch of stuff for soy-cured egg yolks, where basically you take an egg yolk and you put it in soy sauce overnight for like 24 hours, and it takes the moisture out and it makes it into that, like, jammy egg consistency. And they, like, spread it on toast, or you just put it on your rice. And I'm just like, That sounds amazing. That sounds great.
Delicious. Love that.
I love egg
Love that
to
for
a
us.
point, Shira. I'm not a big fan of the egg whites just on their own. I love over easy eggs a lot, but I will not eat the white unless it's the crispy sunny side up way, right? Where it's like the white is actually like crisped with the oil and stuff. Love that.
That one's yummy.
I also do enjoy a good scramble. I like a good scrambled egg. I will
It
say.
must be a good scramble, not a bad scramble.
No, not a bad scramble. I don't like hard. Anything over hard, really, is kind of like, eh. Poached
Well, then
eggs.
It just feels like you're eating something burnt.
Poached eggs. Love the yolk. Can't eat the white. I can't do the white of the poached eggs. The consistency is weird. What else was there? Deviled eggs. I will
Deviled
eat
eggs.
but I have to
can
eat
get
them all in
behind
one
deviled
bite.
eggs.
I have to eat
do
it all in
like
one
them.
bite because otherwise the white skews me. I don't know what it is. I have to just that whole thing at once.
We've had deviled eggs before.
Yeah.
I made you deviled eggs when you came over
Yeah,
one time.
but if you watched it, it is a sushi type one bite deal.
Oh yeah, no,
I cannot.
I bore witness.
I
to
cannot bite it because then the ratio is weird. And can't make double
that.
eggs.
I find the
It's on
hardest
way.
part,
What?
Bass, is getting the eggs to look good inside the little white shell.
Oh, I make deviled eggs easy. Deviled eggs are easy.
There was one year my mom and I were making some. We were part of a group, and we were bringing deviled eggs for the coffee hour they were going to have. And she decided a piping bag was a good idea to pipe the eggs in.
It is if you do it right.
Yeah, well, she didn't, and it ended up looking like poop curls.
You need a tip. You need the tip that gives the ridges.
You desperately need the tip.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have the tip.
Yeah.
I have the tip, and now I always use the tip. This was like back in middle school when we were still learning.
I won't use a tip
They tasted good.
when I
though.
make them just for like me. I'll use the corner of like a plastic bag, but you don't swirl it like a poop thing. You dollop
Yeah.
it like Dairy Queen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a
You
round
cannot
thing
swirl it like a
with a
cake.
point.
It's not
You make
gonna
it like
look
a Hershey
good.
Kiss. You don't swirl it like a
Yes.
cupcake. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Unless
no, no,
you
no, no.
have the star tip. Then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, Mars,
Excuse me.
Witch Hat got me. I've made a design
Did it?
choice. I've made an art style change.
You did? What is your design change?
It has to do with the nose. And it is literally
Really?
this line. Right, like this section right here. That's it.
Oh, that. Okay. That's funny.
Yep,
What is it about that nose line you
I don't
like
know.
so much?
I like it. It looks nice.
Okay.
It looks nice. I vibed. And I kind of just did it subconsciously here, and I went, yeah, no, I like that, though. I like
So
that,
that's
though.
Dungeon Meshi that unlocked something.
Yeah.
Trigun Stampede that unlocked a design
Well,
change, and now Witch Hat that unlocked
See,
a design change.
I do personally put Trigun in a separate category because, so Dungeon Meshi, I explicitly am like, yes, I will take that, and I will take that, and they are mine now. Trigun,
Pretty feathers. All
Trigun,
mine.
the feathers and elf ears. Trigun had a, like, I really wanted to make fan art, but didn't have time. So just, it was the thing that needed creativity, but I didn't steal a Trigun design choice, right? So that now we're back at the Witch Hat side, where it's back like Dungeon Meshi, where it's like, no, I have explicitly viewed how you art, and I took it.
I'm glad it could help inspire. Aren't
Yeah,
you glad you didn't wait until vacation to read it?
I don't think
know
I
I
was
am.
ever going to be able to, because I definitely wanted to do it before before watching the anime. Because I will admit,
Thank you,
I will admit,
anime.
I'm bad about reading manga after seeing the anime, and I didn't want to do that. Like I wanted to obviously read it and be ahead because I knew I was going to like it. There was nothing, I had no fears. I had no like apprehension.
I sent you many a convincing
it was very
argument.
I am prepared to be dungeon meshy about this in a way, and I am. You will hear tomorrow, and we will fangirl
Yay.
together.
I told you it'd be your new dungeon meshy.
Again, I had no doubts with you, okay? There was no concern, but like I technically like I stopped reading Dungeon Meshi at a point just because I was like, as it was coming out, and then just life, you know, you don't think about it for long enough, and it's like, you know, so it's not like
it happens.
It just happens. So it was very much just like
on my shelf that I've yet to return to.
I'm curious how I was like looking into like how long it was gonna go, which hat was gonna go. So that'll be interesting. It seems like it's gonna be a long one.
14th volume is on pre-order for me.
Speaking
I already
of,
pre-ordered it.
I got Phantom Busters Volume 2. Okay.
I did pre-order volume 2 as well.
Nice.
I really enjoyed the first volume.
Right?
Still need to finish the first volume, admittedly.
I think you'll still like it.
I really like it.
Right?
Really
it's just got some good vibes.
It hits. The crouching moron hidden badass trope is utilized beautifully, but there are layers to it, which I love. I love the expressions.
I love the expressions. I love how they do the power friendship. Like
the way the power of friendship is written is excellent, and it's hitting all the right notes I need it to hit.
Yeah. Like I'm certainly curious if it will end up having like an in-depth, you know, plot stuff, but I don't need it, you know.
I could see it going that route.
I could see it having something, but I will also be
with some more character-driven episodes here and there, which honestly would be a good balance with what they've already established. But if it wants to go more plot-heavy, I certainly have no qualms.
I'm definitely feeling it, and I'm happy to see where it goes.
So, yeah, I pre-ordered that. My aunt actually sent me, because I did request it for Christmas, I asked for 2 volumes of Gachi Akuta. She gave me 6.
Oh!
So, then I went on my tried and true bookshop.org. Oh, if we ever got partnered with someone, it would be bookshop.org. I love them. They're great. All the proceeds go to helping local bookstores, which is phenomenal. Fight Amazon, because yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy Witch Hat eventually.
Well, they have all the volumes.
Yeah, I know.
That's where I got all mine.
Yep.
And they package them very nicely. And the other thing I noticed, so my aunt, unfortunately, I have preached to her the wonders of bookshop.org, but she still bought off of Amazon, which is okay. But goddamn, did those books have a smell when I pulled them out of the box. And I never have that problem with bookshop.org. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Every time. They come out smelling like books. Like paper and ink.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell was clinging to the books my aunt sent.
Interesting.
It was potent.
Interesting.
It's faded now. It only took a day to go away, but I was like, yeah, that's not what I want to be
greeted with. There was something.
My
Lucy.
package. Hi, Lucy. I'm doing good. But yeah, so I pre-ordered the Phantom Busters manga, and then I ordered the rest of what's available for Gachi Akuta. Gachi Akuta in the States is only up to manga 10. And meanwhile, overseas, they're up to volume 17. I'm like, god damn!
Yeah, no, it's a translation thing.
I know. Still hurts.
Because, like, Phantom Busters was up to, I guess it's not that far, but like they were up to like 3 before it started getting translated. So Volume 4 doesn't have a cover yet, so that's why I know Volume 4 wasn't out overseas, you know, in Japan yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I do know that 1 through 3 were already out, where literally only 2 just got released in English, you know? So it's like,
2 literally came out today.
Yeah.
Like, I got the notification while I was at work today. Your order has shipped, and I'm like, yay! I'm so hyped. I'm actually excited to be reading more manga. Like, I don't know. It's just been nice to have something that's like, okay, I can read a chapter a night. And
I think that's my biggest issue with
time.
regular books, and so I want to preach for a second. I'm going to preach for a second, and that is force yourself to have cliffhangers, in the sense of that a lot of media is you can read it all at once. You know, we have the ability to have a lot of stuff all at once. There's so much backlog of stuff that is just fully out there, and the vibe is not the same. You don't get to sit with it as much. Force yourself to not binge media.
This
okay?
is the New Year's resolution.
You need to like you need to sit down and do like a 1 episode a week thing. You know, whether or not it is coming out weekly, whether or not the whole thing exists already, whether or not, like, you know, that is how you get to like embody it more.
That's how you get to thinking about the characters, thinking about the plot, theorizing, wondering what's gonna happen next. Oh, is that anticipation we're talking about?
Force yourself to sit with it, right? And all this stuff. And
you won't regret it.
Where that goes to from that is that, so what I've been doing with Witch Hat is I'm not binging 1 whole volume at 1 sitting in a day. I will read like 1 or 2 chapters right before I go to bed, and then my like wind down from work is 1 chapter, and then my like wake up in the morning is like 1 chapter, because I can generally, because manga chapters are relatively short, right? In like a scheme of things, there is not a lot of time. It takes
70 pages at most
to read, and that's not a lot of words. So there's not a lot of time it takes to read a manga chapter. The part that, like, I am sitting here wanting to read, bless you, Heavenly Tyrant, like, before bed, but I know that I could not put the first book down, and I know that regular chapter books, regular novels, don't have good, consistent chapter lengths. You know, like I would say,
modern books.
Like I would say, mangas have roughly consistent chapter lengths. They are all roughly the same.
Thank you,
length,
Shiro and
right?
Deity.
And so it's like I can judge what I'm getting into most of the time, and some are a little shorter, some are a little longer, there's no question there, you know, but like I think overall I'm afraid of starting Heavenly Tyrant and being like, I'll just read 1 chapter, and that 1 chapter is like 100 pages. You know, like obviously it's not that much, but like, you know, a 20-page chapter is a lot compared to
Guys,
a 5-page. It's a massive.
I will take a picture of my Heavenly Tyrant copy and put it in couch. It's a thick one.
And I want to read it.
Let me go get it.
I really do. And I want to be able to sit with it, like I'm saying. But I, like, the first one.
Never mind.
The first one I could not put down. Like, the first one, I had to go to bed and shit, but, like, I was reading, I was on vacation, it was like, I was reading that every fucking chance I got. Like, I needed to read it, right? Like, I needed to consume it. I needed to absorb it, because it was so good.
Which is the mark of a good book.
No, it is an on the edge of your seat, like, holy fuck, really great book, high recommendation. But that is the problem, where, yes, Witch Hat does have, cliffhangers, like Mars said, but I will admit, those cliffhangers can be mildly satiated by reading just the first chapter of the next volume, and not necessarily need to fully push me to just keep going. Right, like, oh yeah, maybe we end and it's like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? I can open the next one and be like, oh, okay. And then, you know, everybody's safe, and then we, like, I'll figure the rest out later, whatever. Like, we'll get the rest of the answers later or something like that. And it is just like, I'm very scared of not being able to do that well in Heavenly Tyrant. And that is what is holding me back. Like,
But
Phantom
also
Busters
change is kind of nice of like, okay, now I have something to look forward to before going to bed. And it's a way to unwind. I'm not scrolling on my phone and falling asleep like with a bright light in my face. I'm actually like relaxing. And I don't know, that makes a difference.
No, 100%. But my big thing is definitely just like, that's why I really like Phantom Busters. It's really easy to read just one
It's
chapter.
very episodic.
But in a beautiful way.
Episodic.
In a beautiful way. Where it's like,
episodic is not synonymous with bad.
yeah, no. It like what I'm trying to say is that like it can be very difficult to get everything in one episode, right? Like you have a set amount of like even in a manga where you don't have a exact set amount of time, explicitly, there is a level of, you only have so long, to do a chapter, whatever. And it's done very well. I'm not left wanting, like, where was the rest, or something, or we didn't finish it. But it also is like, because the other thing is, you have to. I'm trying to think of the word. Like, cliffhangers are there because they want you to be thinking about it for when it comes back, right? So you are remembering something.
They leave you with a question.
They leave you so that you
That's what a good cliffhanger
want
always does.
to
It
come
leaves you
back
with a
for the
question.
answer, right? Like that's what it's doing. A lot of times it was always like the end of a season or whatever. Like it's like, I need to get back to the rest of the thing. But there is a lost art, in my opinion, of having a show or having a story that is good enough for you to want to come back without it being like heart palpitation cliffhangers, right? Like Witch Hat makes me want to come back cliffhanger or not, right? Like, yeah, there are some that are like, oh, it's a cliffhanger, but even if I end and it's like everything's kind of resolved, there's still like, hello, Kane Lucifer, interesting things. But like, I think about Kim Possible. Kim Possible was made for the era of television where you may or may not be able to record.
Episodic.
You at the start of it, you definitely couldn't. Near the end of it, you could. But it's episodic with a continuous, narrative. Same with Phineas and Ferb. It's episodic with a continuous narrative, which I think is really cool. I think that's a lost art that we do not have a lot of anymore. And
we mostly lost it because of streaming.
We lost it because of streaming. Yeah, no, 100%. And, now shows are treated as extra long movies, for lack of a better term. They need you to binge it. So every episode has to end on a cliffhanger because they need you to immediately want to go into the next one. And thus it feels like it's a lost art to have something that is so good that you want to come back to it without the nagging, like, oh my God, what happens next? Blah, blah, blah. You can just have, oh, I'm interested in this.
Sometimes even just having good characters and an interesting dynamic between them is enough to get people to come back. Like, that's what makes me think of things like Witch Hat, for example, is like the character dynamics are enough to make you want to be like, I want to see how this plays out.
Even Dungeon Meshi.
From here. I want to see what's learned.
Like,
Dungeon Meshi too. That's another really good
Dungeon Meshi is a big one where, there's an overarching plot, there's an overarching storyline, but like, it's not nagging at you the back of your head every moment, needing to be resolved. It happening, as it goes. But most of it is just, I want to see how these goopers dungeon. How do the goopers dungeon? What's in this dungeon?
I want to see how these goobers phantom bust. Let's go.
And I think it's definitely like,
It's very reassuring to see some media still doing.
As we've lost restraints, you know, by technology and stuff, right? As we've lost the necessity to have these, you know, things, have these restraints, I think a level of creativity is lost.
I agree. Because sometimes more creativity can thrive,
and I think that's,
when there are constraints.
You know, there's obviously, everybody's heard all of the, you know, arguments against generative AI and everything like that. But like, in addition to that, having to work around the constraints is what makes the great things happen. You know, you hear about all these things that happen because, oh, the machine didn't work quite right, but we needed to keep going. Or how do we make this effect work? How do we do whatever? You know, there's a makeup malfunction. Who knows?
How do we get this sound effect?
Yeah. And all of this comes from innovation where you're forced into creativity. Honestly, that's the Witch Hat is preaching that, so it's on my mind. Witch Hat is preaching a lot of shit.
Witch Hat?
Yeah, exactly,
about
Bass.
Teaching,
exactly.
Art styles, different learning styles and strengths. God, I love it.
When you think of older media that is considered the greats, you hear stories about the production like that. Right, like Bass is saying, the forced ghosts, right? Why Jaws isn't showing up in the movie, right? One of my favorites, you know, is
why every monster scene following 2000 Leagues Under the Sea had to be shot in a storm with heavy rain. It's to hide the wires and the puppetry.
All of this,
but then that just became the norm.
And you know, you hear about all these things. But even you can go back to like the How to Train Your Dragon one I mentioned the other day, where that was an animation error that Toothless hesitates, right? Like that was an error that made it, that went, oh shit, but that's good. You know, like, oh shit, but that's good.
Happy
and
accident.
if everything just, yeah, exactly.
Truly,
and if everything just happened the way you needed it to,
if everything went perfect, it wouldn't be interesting.
And you know what's so interesting? Because this is what I was thinking about with the T-Pets, right? Is I don't want the goal of the T-Pets is to spark creativity. Both them as a thing is what they're meant to do, and also the reason they were created and the way I'm treating them is meant to spark creativity. And so there's the immediate sort of desire to be like, go as loose as you want, right? Like to not give a lot of information, to really not answer questions and just say, do whatever you want, right? Like that is an immediate sort of like, oh, don't put reins on the creativity, right? But then you have to sit back and you think of, no, they want this. Like there's you are asking, you know, you the people asking the questions. Because
we are rule-based creatures.
Yeah.
We want to categorize things. We want to know what things do. We want to know, well, what happens in this scenario? Like, we want rules.
You want rules.
It doesn't feel like we do, but we do, because we want to understand how things
But there's
work.
also the big thing with the creativity is, how do I get around it?
I do remember that story, Bass. That was a cool one.
Oh,
hello?
I didn't know that, Bass, about Minecraft, but totally makes sense. I'm sorry, there was a lot to read to get back to the point where Bass is talking about Minecraft. I was
just like, oh my gosh, it's so silent.
But yeah, exactly, Bass. You don't get that feeling with big productions anymore. It doesn't feel that way. You know, you don't have so many of these, oh, and this happened because of this, like, oh, you know, little did you know, blah, 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 you know, this wasn't supposed to happen, and then it ends up being a thing that is like, wow, this is like the reason I like this, you know, like it's crazy stuff. And
the rabbit holes that you can go down.
But like with the T-Pets, like I was saying, is people are asking because they have an idea that they want to make work, but they need a push, right? Like it needs a push in a direction. Or, you know, you're asking because you want to be able to make something within the framework. Having the ability to just make anything and everything that your mind could imagine immediately, I think would make horrific, terrible shit, no matter how good of a creative you are. I think that having
the spontaneity,
boundaries set for whatever reason is why good art happens. But also, Bass, you know, talking about the memory, right, is like with Trials and Tribulations in Ace Attorney, how Sister Bikini had to be short because of memory. But that made her a very memorable character, right? Like if Sister Bikini was not forced, like that line with the get a donut crate, right? Like the whole thing with that only
added
occurred
a lot of personality
because of those memory, you know, constraints, right? I think that I'm very curious how the later Ace Attorney games go, because I think Apollo Justice is the last 2D one we talked about, right? So this is the last one.
I believe
this is on the DS.
And then we move into the 3D model.
So I'm very curious about how, and like you said, guys, all of these ones are very long, case-wise. After the first,
so clearly
you know,
they
right?
had more memory.
So yeah, clearly they had more. So I'm personally very curious the level of storytelling that will occur. Not because I don't think the writers are good, but because when you are forced to have a mystery in only so much space, what comes out is so really refined, important. Right?
Yeah.
Like I think that's what I'm trying to get at. If you need to fit into a certain, if you write a book and that book can be infinite amount of pages long, it will never be as good as the book you were forced to write 200 words for, but had infinite time, right? Because those 200 words will be expertly crafted and picked and chosen to do the most. Yeah, pages, whatever. The point that I'm being, you get the idea. It's words day. You know what I'm saying. You know, just the idea.
See, there you go, Canadian Lucifer.
That's what I'm saying, and that I think is exactly what this whole thing is, and that is another in the long list of strikes against generative AI being a tool for artists. I don't think it is a tool because it specifically is meant to take away all limitations.
Yeah. You need to have some limitations.
You know, forgetting all the other shit,
you do.
I don't think something like that could ever be a tool in the way that things would want to be.
Exactly, Deity. That's what makes fanfiction so fun, is you can use it to fill in those gaps where it's like, oh man, I really wish the author or the creator talked about this or had this kind of scene. You can do it yourself.
I have figured out the arm.
Oh, what's happening with the arm?
Nothing. I just didn't understand what I had drawn here. And it doesn't really matter because these are shadows on a wall, but I figured it out. So we're good. It doesn't matter because they are shadows on a wall. So we'll just leave it like that. fine. I think 100%, Willow. I think 100%. Same with movies.
So.
Same with movies. Same with all of that. And that's why, I'm going to tell you, I think that's why indie stuff is considered so much better these days.
I think that's
because
why indie stuff
they
is
are
more
made
because they're
under
working
constraints.
on a tighter budget.
Like an actual tight budget. You know what I'm saying?
You
like
know that they're actually doing it for the passion.
They're actually doing it for
the passion. They're not doing it to fulfill stockholders. They're not doing it for corporate reasons.
And it is specifically made with the constraints that it is.
Exactly. It's like, don't get me wrong, Silk Song took forever to come out. But
that's wild.
When you play that game, you feel like everyone who made it enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
And goddamn, they worked with what they had. Oh, Brandon Sanderson is a beast.
He is
Brandon Sanderson is an absolute writing beast. I don't know how he does it.
Because I'm going to tell you that's all they do.
One of his books.
Right? I kind of had a moment yesterday, I think it was, when I always look up to a bunch of artists. Like I love Crimson Chains, right? Crimson Chains puts out a new fully finished work basically like every day. Basically every day. Okay? It's insane.
Crimson Chains works on so much.
And it's in my and I always am like, oh wow, I wish I could make that amount of art. And I sort of had a moment yesterday where it's like, fuck no, I am that artist now that I look up to. Right? Like, does that make sense? That when I look and I sit back and it's like, oh shit, no, you have made a fully finished piece every day. And you have done all this stuff every single day. And it's like crazy. And it's just like, wow.
They named the malevolent wolves. Genius!
And it's just like, that is, and it's because that is what I do, right? And so for Brandon Sanderson, that is what he does. That's all he does. You know, like that is,
that's his
you live,
job.
breathe, you know, and everything that, right? And I think that's where it sort of comes down to. And only the people that do it that way because they love to. I do it literally because I can't imagine not doing it. You know, the pain of not ending up doing it every day. Like, you know, everyone's like, oh, take a break or whatever. And it's like,
I will be honest, recently on most of my breaks, yes, I'm playing Wordle, but I'm also quickly typing 3 sentences in my docs or my notes. And I'm like, wow, I've been doing this a lot recently. Like, I've been itching to type. I've been itching to write.
It really is like take a break from art or whatever. And it's like, no, the break is doing the art is the thing that I want to do so badly.
I don't know about my other writers in chat, but today on my story, I think I posted a little thing about I'm always thinking about like in the shower at bedtime, you know, when I'm not at a computer, and I'm just like, yep, during the commute as well. But you know, like those lines for whatever story I'm working on, whatever whip I'm working on, just stay on loop in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point I'm just like, when is my break? When is my break? I need to get these words out. I need to get these words out. One, I'm gonna forget them.
Yeah.
Or 2, like
that's me with this Hoots and hair thing. It's like, please
grow it from there.
Let me draw the hair
on my break.
And that's why I was so upset about the iPad today.
Oh, it hurts.
But
it hurts.
Bass, when I am talking about AI, and I understand, when I'm talking, I am explicitly talking about generative AI.
It's generative
assistive AI. And this is not you that I have a problem with. I'm saying it irks me when other people, I have other creators that I do know about that are disabled in certain ways that use what is actually assistive AI to, live their life in a necessary way, that was never a problem. And they get kind of a little up in arms, and it's like, nobody wants to take that from you. That was never a problem. That is not, you don't need generative large language models to do those things that you're talking about, right? That is not what we are talking about. Autocorrect for all those years, that's assistive AI.
If I didn't have autocorrect,
Siri,
I'd be in trouble.
for the
honestly.
longest time, that's assistive AI, right? And that is a way that it can learn your patterns, right? And it is thus knowing you, but it is not stealing data. It does not take nearly as much energy and computing power and all of that stuff. And it is solely, as it says on the tin, assistive. Okay? So that means it's very fallible. The jokes and memes about autocorrect, back in the day, not about people not being able to type a word close enough for autocorrect to get it right. Right, all those things where it's like, I need this word, and you're not giving me this word, but I can't spell it. That's the problem, right? Exactly, Canadian Lucifer. When I will say,
yeah, it's not worse.
yes, Bess.
It's bad.
When I am talking about AI, because we never considered those things in the past AI, and when I would have to say the vast majority of times that media and companies and everybody else on the internet is talking about AI, we are talking about generative AI. That is the thing that came up in time. And that is the problem for a number of reasons that range from capitalism to it's really kind of soulless in a way that we don't need to replace people to do these things.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my argument with that last part with the, doing the work and having constraints is what makes it happen. Yeah. Well, and Willow, and, tons of game, you always called it the AI, right? How the boss interacts with you is the AI, right? Because it is a type
enemy
of
AI,
thing.
NPC AI.
But, the problem and the only type of AI that if I had a genie wish I would wipe off the face of the earth is large language model generative AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Canadian Lucifer. We've gone too far, right? There is a level of stuff that is helpful, right? Like pen stabilization in,
I know, I appreciate that.
I think this is a really good example, actually. So when you have no stabilization in your pen, right, and I try to draw something slowly, it's not as smooth. Now, I will say I am an artist, so I do have a level of confidence in my lines, but it's not as smooth as if I have a good amount of, correction, right? There is a easier to trace and everything. But if I suddenly crank the correction up to 1 billion, up to the max, it actually, and this is why I didn't like Procreate, it actually starts to impede me. Because now I'm drawing through molasses. It is helping me so much that it is not helping me anymore. It is doing so much of my job, the job that allowed me to make these nearly really good lines without stabilization, painful. And it hinders me more. I have to go slower.
At one point, actually, when I first got Clip Studio on the new PC, I had to set up everything again, and I overdid the settings for pen stabilization.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is going on? This feels so wrong. I feel like I have to relearn how to draw. There's no way this could be this bad, could it? And eventually Ori and I did piece together, Mars, your stabilization is too high. And I'm like, wow, I didn't think that would be a huge issue, but yeah, no, that was rough. I like my stabilization here. Not cranked to a zillion.
Yeah, exactly. A constrained writing exercise. 100%. I think that... Yeah, no, exactly, Shira. And that's the point. The point that I'm trying to make is that I don't hate technology, and I do not hate advancements. Generative large language model AI is not 100% bad because nuance, but at this point, there is no benefit I feel we could get from it that outweighs the massive detriment that we already have.
What was the analogy we used the other day? We gave a toddler a gun.
Yeah. we are not, and this is very important with like what's happening with Twitter right now, right? With their whole deal. But I think this is a very important use case thing. And this is that generative AI, large language model, things like Grok, have not only made it quote unquote easier to do good things, but have made it explicitly really easy to do horrible things. Where when you talk about other AI, other types of things you could call AI, right? It is much more difficult to get that to do something that would be considered bad, right? If you give people the reins to the AI that controls video game bosses, there's...
So, Shira, I have a story, but Ori, finish your thought.
I'm just like, there's only so much you can do, right? With Siri, yeah, there's obviously stuff, but you have to do a lot to get there. Generative AI is allowing people to just, with 2 keystrokes, basically, be horrible people. That's not good. We should not have that. We shouldn't have that.
And I agree with Shira.
Exactly.
The idea that I hate that people have let AI take over thinking for them as well.
Yes.
There are a few people in my life that do use AI to make their arguments for them or write something for them. I'm just like, do it yourself. Quick example I can give is one of my family members.
Yep, Beth.
You know, I've texted them before because they're a family member, so been texting for a long time. I know what their writing style sounds like. A couple months ago, got a text from this family member, and it sounded professional. It was very eloquently worded. It didn't sound like them. It did not sound like them. I took one look at that and I was like,
that ain't it. Feels wrong. Feels wrong.
You would never type that in a million years. You got ChatGPT to do it for you. And then lo and behold, we had like a little family reunion thing happening. And they confirmed for me, yeah, I use ChatGPT to do this. I do this. I do this at work. And I'm just sitting there like,
My immediate response would be,
end me.
So you don't care about me. So you don't like I would have to, if my parents ever got, thankfully they're not like that and they're very offline as people, but like if a family member came out
not a direct one.
that would turn out, you know, to be using AI, you know, like a ChatGPT to communicate with me, my immediate response would be, so you don't love me, so you don't care about me,
because you
cannot. Yeah, you can't even pick up the phone to write something. So you don't care.
The poem I saw about the ChatGPT obituary.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
It really hits that.
Obituaries, all of that. Bass,
yes,
the lawyer stuff is horrific.
And I work with really young kids, so I don't see ChatGPT coming from the kids. where I do see it, so I
Mars
was a
works with
clinical
very young
fellow
children too,
last
though.
year.
Like on the
Yeah,
very
they're
young side.
definitely not at writing level.
Yeah.
I work with babies up to 5 years.
Yeah.
That's
so
my demographic.
she's a little early for
Very
them to be totally in the weeds. I will say if Mars starts telling me that her kids are using it,
TikTok.
is like, huh.
They're in the weeds of TikTok, which is already treacherous.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping they don't stumble across ChatGPT. But I didn't come across it in my kids, where I have come across it. So I find, and this is just unfortunately true for the field, is we have seen an uptake in the number of students, children
insane, Bass.
that
Holy
need
shit.
speech language services.
Worthless.
And I think that's just a symptom of our circumstances. You know, we had the pandemic, people weren't socializing, people weren't interacting. We're up against TikTok, we're up against YouTube, like all these screens everywhere. Kids are not getting the socialization that they need at an early age to develop language skills. And those formative years are so critically important, especially child-parent interaction, because that is where you are getting your language from. That's where you're getting your language models. That's where you're getting your first sounds. That's where you're getting your emotional regulation. You are seeing how your parents respond to things. You mimic. You react accordingly. You copy what you see, especially at a young age. So, where was I going with this? Because my next point with the whole ChatGPT thing. Oh yes, this is how it tied in. We're overworked as hell. We're overworked as hell. And I'm not gonna lie, there are SLPs out there who are writing a report and they will put into ChatGPT, I want to write this for a report, but phrase it in a more professional way and highlight this element too. And this happened last year where I was learning how to do reports for the first time. And my supervisor took what I had written and she had put it into ChatGPT and said, like, why don't you phrase it this way? Like, this is better. So I was like, all right, I don't want to ignore your advice, but I'm going to take this and put my own spin on it.
Yeah. Why? I would say, why don't I phrase that way? Can you explain to me why this is better? I don't understand.
This is the problem. This is the problem. And it's not just my field. It's so many.
Yeah, that was like,
people are so overworked. So many people are so tired that, you know, they do seek.
It's tempting. I do not fault that it is
really
tempting.
Is the forbidden fruit. Students experience it too, especially at the high school and
college
level.
But laziness has always been tempting.
You have been taught that you're just here for the grade. You're not here to learn. You're not here to gain knowledge. You're just here for the grade. And then that is all the kid learns from that experience. They're just like, okay, I'm here for the grade, so I'm just gonna pop this summary of The Great Gatsby into ChatGPT, churn out an essay, and I'll get an A, and then I'll get by, and that'll get
exactly,
me where I need
Bass.
to go. It doesn't. You do. You need to foster a desire for learning. I hope I'm doing that with my students.
Mars, I had such a horrific dystopian thought about something that you said, and Bass is on it too.
God. Oh no.
Imagine the horror of a future where a generation of people talk in accents like the AI voices. In that, you know, tone, you know, cadence, that cadence, right? But like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the tic-tac voices cadence. Like imagine that is like the start of like a dystopian horror, right? Is that people
and the thing is,
talking like that.
See that?
Yeah, no, exactly like what you're talking about. Especially if the parents are not doing it, right? Like you were saying. I mean, Bass mentioned the Peppa Pig thing, right? So many people talk, you know, kids, and that's exactly what it is.
I have a kid on my caseload who sounds exactly like Bluey.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly like Bluey. Australian accent and all. She sounds exactly like Bluey. So I asked her one day, I'm like, oh, what's your favorite TV show? She's like, Bluey. And I'm like, yep, that
tracks.
checks out.
That tracks.
She
But
even laughs like Bluey. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Because that's what children are. Sponges. That's the point.
They are.
That is the reason for their
point.
existence until a certain age, is to be a sponge. You know.
That is the point.
But that's like, so you need to give them good shit to absorb. And Bluey's not a bad one. But it's just like, oh my god. You know, like, I can't, like, that was just such a horror that I just popped into my head of, like, imagine a generation of people talking like that.
We are all SpongeBob.
We are all SpongeBob.
We are. We're just soaking up all that
and
knowledge.
even, like, as an adult, you're still SpongeBob, because, like, certain things do just happen, and you start doing stuff, and you pick up things that you know, you're just exposed to without thinking about it. You know, like, Mars and I were watching.
Well, you ever think about how you might pick up a phrase that your friend says?
Yeah, or that a show says.
Hang out with a coworker very often, so you're like, oh, well, that's been added to my vocabulary. I guess I'm saying that word now. And you don't even realize it. You just come out with it one day, and it's like, oh yeah, my old roommate said that. I actually have an example of this from the other day. So I have a habit. I have a habit when I'm thinking, because apparently I just need to fill
alpha
silence with sound.
Beta's been born, Bass.
I would be flipping through papers, and I make a little noise. I don't know why I do it. Maybe I saw my mom do it. Maybe I saw my dad do it. But if I'm thinking about something, or if I'm trying to find something, I just go just subconsciously. I don't even think about it. And the other day, my kid is looking through my bag of tricks, my SLP bag, trying to find the item that they want. And they start going.
Yeah, Shiro.
And I'm like, huh, where did you get that from? That's new. And they didn't tell me, but literally right after that, after the session was over, I'm looking through my notes going, oh shit, it's me.
It's me.
They got that from me. Oh shit.
Yep.
Oops. Sorry, mom and dad. Didn't mean to give them a habit.
Yeah, Shiro, and that's the whole, we're back to ease, you know, to getting to that point. Everything's so accessible, you know? And then just it becomes
that's how Germany spells it. Interesting.
normalized.
Yeah, I just go to myself. It's either or
see what's hilarious?
Whatever noise.
What's really funny? All those make different sounds.
I might have even done it
head.
on stream before.
All those,
like if I'm opening tabs, I'll just be like, "What do I do?" There it is. Like, just happens.
The that with the ending, definitely. But it's really
I've definitely
funny.
done that on stream.
It's really funny how all of those onomatopoeia that Bass did, they all make different noises to me.
Yeah. I read each and every one of those differently.
Because,
like,
well, UK, you know, you say UK has tut for this thing. To me, I would always read that as tut tut, tut tut, you know, tut tut. Because that's a thing. My you know, my grandma would do that tut tut. She's UK, she's British. But then the TSK to me is
that's that scoffy.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Or the, you know, like the TCH is the, like the click.
Yeah. I'm not sure
where
what
I would
TZ
say
is.
that,
I haven't figured that out.
Well, to me, TZ would be what you were doing, Mars. Where they're close together like that. I could read that as the, you know, the ticking. Like the.
I guess that's the best way to describe it. I tick.
You tick, yeah.
I artic and I tick.
Speaking in that vein, I love how Coco stims. She's so cute.
Me too.
Isn't
she adorable?
It makes me so happy every time.
I love main characters, or just any character in general, that have a believable quirk. Like, I don't watch My Hero, but I know Izuku mutters, and that's such a good character trait. It just gives so much personality.
The reasoning
you should really read Algo Speak.
Yeah.
I highly
My
recommend
understanding is the main reason is it takes away the severity of it. It makes it a goof. It makes it a joke.
Well, the whole reason it came about in the first place was because media companies were crunching down.
I'm pretty sure it's literally TikTok. You would get shadow banned.
It was definitely
you would get shadow banned.
No, you would.
Yeah.
You actually would.
Yeah, exactly, Shiro. He very could be.
There he goes.
He very could be. See, and the thing is that no, people don't, Bess. And the reason is because it's where you are. While you and I and us and our generation who grew up with, you know, it being taught in schools, is, you know, and having all of these things, you can equate the word. Right, you can make it a synonym, but when you grow up in a world where people are joking about unalive because the word unalive is goofy on its own because of how it came about, it takes it away. Like that's really what it is. Like we have so many words today that used to be really. My grandmother, I called Dylan a butt. Right, he's a butt. Okay, because it's not being an ass. That's a higher level of something, right? But when he's annoying, you're such a butt. My grandmother cringes. My grandmother is so upset. Yes, my grandmother is upset that I could dare call my betrothed a butt. Because in our time, that's such a basic. Like, it really holds no weight. Insult. It holds no weight. I would not be offended if a random person on the street called me a butt. That's kind of like really? Yeah, but it's not like immediate. Versus like if somebody random on the street called me an ass, it's like, I don't know you. Like, so this is offensive.
Them's fighting words.
And that's the whole thing. Yeah, exactly, Canadian Lucifer. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh my god. You know,
that would be awful.
And we already use and I think the difference is there are euphemisms for it. There were already things, and those were taken away from us too. Right? Like saying things of like, you know, this person cut their own life short. You know, saying, you know,
we've always made it more, and I'm going to use the word palatable for people.
And there's a level of vulgarity that came about with saying things like, oh, you know, my grandmother died versus my grandmother passed away.
There's always the, like they always talk about how
euphemistic
shows never use the D word.
Exactly,
and the word being death.
Exactly.
Like, I immediately think to the original Teen Titans when it was during the Trigun arc, season 4 final episodes, where they're like, Raven was destroyed, Raven's gone, Raven's dead. And it's like, she's dead, like she died. Yeah,
but they can't say that.
Straight up what happened, but they can't say the word.
And
so that was the whole thing with kids shows for a while.
Loses something. Because also, if you're not privy...
because you deprive people of reality.
Yeah, exactly. And the people who don't know it...
You are sugarcoating reality.
Don't get it. Well, like, I mean, think about when there's a whole thing about, like, when adults are teaching children about death. Right. And saying things like, oh, the dog went to the farm. Right. You know, the dog ran away. Right. Yes, is it easier to explain? But that child took that at face value. Okay? I will always hold this. I do not hold this against my mother, but when I was born, my family had 2 cats. So I grew up always having these 2 cats. And I distinctly remember coming home from school, from like pre-K, and one of the cats was not home. And I went, Mom, what happened to Mahjong? And she said she ran away. And that is wholeheartedly what I believed for my entire life until, like, not super recently, but, like, being, like, a full person. Because that's just what you were told, and there was no thinking about it, and that's a totally valid thing to happen to a cat, right? Like that is something that can happen, and you kind of get to the point where, like, the cat at this point is gone, but no, she was put down. She died.
See, shattering is a very interesting case, Canadian Lucifer, because that not only is taking the context of, like, died, passed away, but also applying it to, like, oh, when a gem is shattered, like a gem being the noun, the typical object, it's gone. So now you have this association where it's creating that connection.
I think it's also in the way that, yeah, it makes sense in the context of the being that we're talking about, and everybody there treated it exactly.
Everyone there treats it like a death.
Where unalive, the word itself is a joke. Does that make sense? Right?
Yeah.
Like it is goofy, and everybody on the internet jokes about unalive, and there is like a joking tone to that word. So it's already not treated with the level of severity that it should. So that, to the point that if a documentary used that word, I would think less of the organization that made the documentary.
Oh, I would literally be like, you're a joke.
Yeah, it'd literally be like, I have no respect for you now, you know?
But it's interesting that you mentioned that, because it's not like you don't have people on social medias, typically TikTok, trying to raise awareness or educate. And I think you can still take them serious when they use unalive in that context, because it's like, okay, we understand you're trying to get around the algorithm. Like, because of the way you're presenting the information, because of the platform you're on, I could still take you seriously if you're saying unalive, because I know your objective and I know what you're working against. Meanwhile, with your example of a documentary, Ori, it's like, nah, you're a professional. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you could use the word if you want.
the grippy suck fig. See, it's
There's
goofy.
no excuse.
It's goofy immediately.
Yeah.
I can't take that seriously to somebody being put in a, like, you know, I'm blanking on the fucking word.
Heard that one.
Into a mental hospital. That's the word. Jesus Christ. Like it's literally.
I've never heard that one.
Done.
That's a new one.
In
for
a
me.
way. Because a lot of these things that were come up for social media to get around the censorship had to be goofy.
They had
to
be
get
goofy.
around the censorship, right?
Ori, did you read Algo Speak?
Exactly. I did not read Algo Speak. I got it for you. I have listened to a lot of his stuff. So there's definitely like a lot of things, but I did not read it.
We are having some fascinating conversations.
Yeah,
tonight.
exactly. And that's the whole thing where it comes to best with, like, who you're talking to, right? And that's the problem with the internet, is that you could be talking to anybody and they don't know you at all.
Well, that's the thing.
Right. And you don't know them at all. And it's literally the whole
might know them a little bit
joke
after
of the
a while,
internet.
but you might get some new people who find your video.
Well,
out of
it's
nowhere and
exactly
be like,
at any
"What the
moment
hell?"
anybody could see the video you make that you put on the internet, right? Like that's the thing. It's not saying that you can never know anybody. It's more the specific saying, the idea of that at any moment in time a video could reach people that don't know you and you don't know them and you have no rapport with. That's the main thing. Rapport. You
This
have
is
no.
What happened when everyone thought Milano was human toothless?
Yeah.
They had absolutely no context.
Explicitly never want to go viral because we will have problems.
Yeah.
that I know will be stupid, but it
'Cause
will
internet
still
be
be
internet.
an annoyance. I am happy at the level of, what's the word that I want? Renown that the abridged got, but it was the right amount. Yes, 1,000 views is a lot for our channel, but in the scheme of things, we did not blow up, and we didn't reach people outside of the fandom, right?
Nor do I
That's
think we want to.
breaking containment is the word that people use, right? And it's like,
That really does sum it up.
that's why words need to mean things. It all comes back
Words are
around.
important, said the SLP and the creator. Who
Yeah,
would've thought?
exactly, Beth. And also, I was gonna say something else. The other thing is that it's just like, I think that the internet and social media totally could do a much better case-by-case basis with censorship. And I think
It
there is
could if
100%
the people behind the social media platforms actually
cared, but they don't. And that's
They don't.
where it all lies.
It's all about
it's
money
the
for them at the end of the day. That's
it
the
is
thing.
the blanket.
It's the blanket solution.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
If you say this word,
Well,
demonetize.
exactly, Beth,
Demonetize
and that's what we're
immediately.
talking
Can't
about.
plead
There
your
is a
case.
middle ground, but the middle ground involves the people who are evil and money grubbing to not be so evil and money grubbing.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
Exactly,
that
Beth,
ties
exactly.
into a personal thing that they themselves have to want to change.
And they never will. They're too far gone.
If only we could just Christmas carol every rich asshole out there.
Did I do a stupid? Everett,
Oh,
I need your reference.
Average. Uh-oh.
It's not a stupid yet. It's only a stupid maybe.
Well, that too. They profit off of doing the wrong thing as well. So from
Yeah,
that angle,
I was gonna be
there's no
stupid.
incentive to correct the wrongdoing. What a crazy world we live in.
And that's why you just gotta keep on trucking, though. I know
Yep.
it all sounds bleak, but the only way is to stay the course. Okay, don't
Well,
let this.
Stay the course, but also fight back in the small ways that you do have. Like
Well,
regarding
staying the
AI,
course is fighting back, not
was
giving
feeling-
in, right?
Yeah, I just feel like the idea of staying the course is like, all right, head down, we're not gonna do anything. I don't know, that's the connotation I get.
I mean, like,
But that could
everybody's
just be a
like,
personal
AI is
preference thing.
inevitable, and it's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
The bubble's gonna pop. Everyone is trashing Microsoft's CEO, calling it slop. He raised a fit. It was like, don't call it slop, you guys. And people called it slop even harder. It's gonna pop. It's gonna pop. It's gonna. That's what's inevitable. It can't last forever. But no, seriously.
I'm glad
the
you're
other
good,
day,
Bess.
I was feeling disheartened over all the AI stuff I was seeing. So I went back through my own camera roll and I was like, oh, look at this. This is a time when I tried art. Oh, look, here's another time.
Yeah,
where a
the
friend
same
of mine
Willow.
did art.
I
Here's
need it.
another instance
I need it so bad.
of
I don't care
me
how horrible it
creating
is. I will
something.
celebrate.
And literally,
I will run in the streets.
started making a folder of just all the stuff I've created and being like, this is my hope. This is my little folder of hope that keeps me going. Because for as much as we ragged on social media, I'm still seeing people create. God, the thing that's giving me life right now is this one specific cosplayer who makes their cosplays, and specifically making their Rudo cosplay, which I'm taking a lot of inspiration from, out of thrifted materials,
which
and
is so
things
good.
they already own, which is so good.
I mean,
like
on brand,
on brand, very on brand, and just really heartening to see someone take something and give it life again. Those
But
are the
Willow,
little things that keep me going, is seeing creators out there.
I'm prepared to be like the people were when the polio vaccine got announced, man. It will crash and the pots and pans. Like, we are celebrating it.
I got a bottle in the cabinet just waiting to be opened.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Exactly. Like, we're not.
We're not going anywhere. They're gonna have to take us quick, kicking and screaming. So there's
I'm
your
still
hub report
hungry.
for the day. Me too. I keep thinking about jammy eggs.
Just have chocolate here.
Okay. I could make the healthy choice and get grapes, or I could get chocolate.
Mm.
And I think I'm leaning chocolate.
Yeah.
Honestly. Maybe I'll get some at 10:30.
There you go.
Why not both? I could. Yeah, that would be nice
Willow.
too, Willow.
100%. 100%.
One day.
It'll all come back around. You gotta work for it, but nothing's ever set in stone.
History finds a way.
Everett, what is happening? I hate this angle. This angle is
our problem child fighting you again?
He always maybe that's why. He's just a bitch all around. So are all the villains gonna fight me in our stories? No, I've had some I really want to do hair stuff.
Be here forever.
I really want to do hair stuff because I had Onyx and Andy hair stuff ideas that I wanted to change their design for.
Aww.
It's very important to me. It's actually very important to me because lore and misdirection, and I'm very excited.
Yes!
Remind me to talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, please do. That'll come after the witch hat rant.
I don't think it'll be that long. It'll just be nicer to words instead of fucking try to type everything out.
Oh, yeah.
Animator versus... Yeah, but Everett, exactly.
Oh, he's made a ton. Gosh, that was like the... Not an OG YouTube video, but I feel like it was one of the first ones I saw when I started using the platform.
Which one? What are we talking about?
Animator versus animation.
Ah, yes, yes.
Like, that's a classic.
It is a classic. God, when you look back at some shit, it's like, oh, this is so old. I feel old. I feel old.
Literally, the other day, I don't know what gave me the urge. Maybe it was just a longing for nostalgia. But I watched a ton of video game reviews that I had watched in middle school, high school. And watching them, I was like, wow, like editing is so different nowadays. The way people talk in their videos is so different.
It's really funny.
Wow.
I definitely feel like I edit like an old YouTuber.
No, I agree.
And it's like, that's what I want it to look like, though. Yeah.
I think
I am definitely over here like, that's what I want it to look like, though. But I definitely sit here sometimes and it's like, yeah, I edit like an old YouTuber. And half of the reason is literally the constraints that I have. And half of the reason is that's the editing that I like. I'm not trying to do crazy, flashy shit.
It's mostly an archive for us at the end of the day, so...
There is, like it's one of those things where there is a level of every once in a while I do consider certain things. Like, I do consider, like, oh, we want it to be... Like, the new sort of, like, last time on Ace Tooney, right, is definitely a part of... Because, okay, we'll give you a little rundown of the Ori brain. Originally...
A little sneak peek behind the scenes,
At the beginning, I was doing, like, a pick a funny moment from during the video and you put that at the beginning as like a tantalizing, look what could happen in the video. Ooh, watch it. Because people do that a fair amount. You know, that is a thing people do.
It's not unheard of.
I just didn't like doing it. It was just a lot of work. It wasn't even that much work. I just didn't like doing it. It was annoying. I never felt like it worked or did anything. So I just scrapped it, and literally for the longest time our videos just, they went right into it. There's nothing.
Yeah, they didn't have anything.
There's nothing at all. It just went right in. And I think it makes them very bingeable. 100%. But then I had watched some video and it talks about like the reason that you introduce yourself at the beginning of videos is because at any point it could be a new person who doesn't know what's going on. Right? So I went in my head, it's like, okay, people won't automatically know who is Mars, who is Dylan, who is Ori, right? And that's where I came up with those card flips that come up with our names, and they flip to show us, and then they go away. Because honestly, graphic design is my passion, and I thought that was really fucking cool, and I'm very proud of that. And it's a pain in the ass to do every single time. Not every single video, but like every time it's a different card. It's a pain in the ass, but I like it too much, right? So that was born of a piece of advice to be better at engaging viewers, right? Which is something that's nice to have, but it stuck around because I had a fun time doing it, right? Because I think it's cool.
That's
and
important.
I was
That's
proud
what
of how I
matters.
did it, right? And so that was very important. The last time an Ace 2 Knee thing also came about as sort of a, like, I want something to grab the attention, but I also want it to have, like, our branding, right? It has the Ace 2 Knee logo on it for a minute, right? Like, I want it to showcase a bunch of stuff, and so I was like, Dylan, let's do this, and, you know, it's fun. It's goofy. It's funny. We literally had somebody comment that it was like,
It's very on brand for us.
I have never seen one of your videos. What the fuck is this intro? And it's like, guess you have to watch the last episode to find out. Like, you know, it made somebody comment on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's definitely doing the job that it was inspired by, but it only sticks around because it's fun.
Therein lies the important balance.
Because
I'm thinking about, and
well, that
I
works
keep
for me.
I keep
Willow.
referencing algo speak tonight, but there's a
Ah,
whole
it's
section
good shit.
in that book.
I'm glad you're loving it.
How do you capture people's attention in the matter of seconds when you're competing against so many other people? And he talks about, like,
The trick is not caring.
there was something really interesting that he pointed out, is that older generations, typically millennials making videos, they'll have that 5-second pause at the start of the video. Meanwhile, Gen Z influencers don't have a pause at all. They jump right into it and then talk really, really fast throughout the whole thing. So they don't waste any time. They don't waste any breath. Like, they make sure what they're saying is specific and they jump right into it. And I was like, yeah, now that that's been pointed out to me,
Now I see it all the
I'm
time.
seeing it more. Now I see it all the damn time. I'm glad you like them, Baz.
Oh, I'm so glad. Dylan has a lot of fun doing them. He had me do that one because of, like, a time thing, because I'm bad at being ahead of shit. And it was like a timing thing. And then he was like, I'll do the rest. It's like, I mean, that's what I wanted you to do this whole time.
That's your job, Dylan.
But I will say, that is a very explicit reason why I am a content creator and not a content creator, and I never will be a content creator, and I refuse to ever let this be my job, because I do not want to do it in a way that makes me forced to think about the algorithm, quote unquote, right? And yeah, exactly, Baz, exactly.
I'm glad you're content, Baz.
And Lucy out here reaching for the gay. And my brain died. And it
Oh, no.
really is, it has to be fun for me. Like, obviously there's parts where it's like, I do not wish to do certain things sometimes. It is a slog a little bit. But I'm slowly paying people to do that stuff. Because I don't wanna.
That's the trick.
And that's my own goal. But I don't want to have to ever make content decisions based on the algorithm. I want to make stuff that I want to make.
I want it to be stuff we enjoy.
And that's really where it all goes. You got to make it for you first.
You really do.
And I don't blame any creators that like this is their job, you know, so it's like obviously you have to treat it differently.
They have to treat it differently.
You know.
They have to take it more seriously.
But that's exactly why I do not. There is not a level that this channel could be where I would quit my day job. Mainly because my day job is really fucking good. But also because, like I said, I don't want to have to see it that way. I don't want to have to see it like I need to pander in any way. And I would just retire instead. It'll make me money while I keep working, and then I'll retire. And then I can do it as a retired person. Nice and chill. That's the dream.
Hopefully I can retire alongside you.
You heard me. Dylan and I are retiring at 40. It's gonna happen.
I'm trying.
What
Print
side
something.
does your fucking things go on? See, look at me using the reference that I made of my own boy.
Fabulous.
Sadly,
I just realized I need to print
I do
something.
not think they are. I
Let's see.
do not think they
How
are.
many am I seeing tomorrow?
Oh, I will say,
One.
just fun 2026 update. I'm halfway to being verified on VGen.
Hey,
That's
nice.
neat. I got a random commission from somebody. Like, in the sense of that, like,
That
I don't
is
know them.
super
I don't see them
cool.
from anything. And I just, I got a commission. And I'm like, oh shit.
Nice.
So that's pretty epic.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I still have to, I have to start it. That's tomorrow's thing. I'm trying to be better in 2026. I'm trying to be better at picking days of the week to work on certain things. Tuesday is comic week. Monday, Thursday is week. Tuesday is comic day. Monday, Thursday is video day because the videos come out Tuesday, Friday.
Makes sense.
I want Wednesday to be Artboreal stuff because that's the day I've picked for Artboreal upload things is Wednesdays now. And Saturday, I want to be lazy, where it's like if I have to do stuff that day, I don't like if I have to do non-content related stuff, it doesn't matter. You know, if I don't have Saturday to myself, it doesn't ruin anything. And then Friday,
so that's planned in advance in case I come over for anime day,
or just like, oh fuck, I gotta go see my parents all day and do all these chores and shit and, you know, food shopping and all that stuff.
Ooh. Adulting.
Yeah, adulting. Why does your thumb not look right? I know why, but why? Just so it doesn't, there's no anxiety about it. Because that I will find I've had before where it's just like, oh, gotta make sure I have time to get all this shit done, you know? And it's like, no, don't do that. You don't need to do that. And then Friday should be for lazy. For doing fun, whatever I want to do.
Friday is Fun Friday. Free Friday.
Did AA2's case take us for stream? I have no clue.
Did it really?
Bass, in my... Right, so I will say, the cases don't fully stick into my mind until I've edited them. So right now, Ori's brain is in trials and tribulations, and that opening case only took 1.5 streams. So, I can have hope. I don't know, it felt like it was coming to an end. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where else we could go from here, so, we'll have to find out, I guess.
Yeah, we will.
But I will say,
surely.
as a brain haver, yeah, the cases that are the information, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think I am mentally prepared for the Apollo Justice trilogy. In the reasons
I know I'm not.
of lore, but also in the reasons of I'm concerned about there being, like, too much thinking involved. Like,
well,
it's not like
stream was anything to go by. We were flexing them brain folds.
I was very proud of my shit last night, not gonna lie. But we also
last night.
Last week, Jesus. But we also did struggle a little bit, so
we were on the struggle bus for a little bit.
There is a level of
I think we'll be okay. I am curious to see what this game's version of the Magatama is.
Yeah.
I'm just want to know if there's going to be a version of the Magatama, if it's just Magatama 2.0, or
like,
if Apollo gets something entirely new like Edgeworth did with Mind Chess.
I think the problem that I'm concerned about mostly is because it's already so intertwined, right? It
doesn't usually get this intertwined until
that I'm
the
like
last case.
that I'm like
not the tutorial
to do like double the work. Well, like so in Trials and Tribulations, obviously the tutorial does have a lot of lore, but not in a way that you feel that matters until later, and then you're like, oh shit, like let me recall that. The problem with this now is that, like,
excuse me,
I know Phoenix, right? So, like, all I can sit about and think here is, what the fuck happened, man? Like, I'm so sorry, my boy, my lad. Like, I wanna wrap you in a blanket and, you know, give you a, fill a guy with hot chocolate. He needs it. My poor boy. Is he living? I hope he's not living in cardboard box. He has a daughter, but, like, I hope, but, like, are you?
He's
good, sir?
He's drinking grape juice and gambling.
I can't with the grape juice.
Grape juice and gambling!
I will admit, I finally understand, like, a significant portion of Naramitsu content now, because a lot of it goes, like, chess and poker, and I'm like, why is Phoenix the poker guy? I know why now. I know why.
Ori, you didn't have the spoilers on?
What? Naramitsu content is fine, because 90%... No, having, like, a poker theme is not a spoiler. Yeah, that is a big gap. I read one fanfiction that was just in the gap between game 1 and game 2. So there's so much gap time. So much gap time.
Ooh, the foreshadowing in why am I being demonized? For Mia?
In the Trials and Tribulations ones. But I think the big difference...
Mia, and I think he hates us.
Okay, Christoph gives me vibes that I do not like. He's a very hot man, but in a way that, like, he's a vampire. Like, he's a secret vampire or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he fucking did, like, I don't...
No, dude's got the customer service smile. He
makes
looks like
me
he's going to snap.
uneasy. I am not
He looks like he's going to snap at any second.
like I'm
That's the
really
problem.
like I don't feel like I know how he feels about me. I don't feel like I know how he feels about Phoenix, his so-called friend, right? Like, I feel, obviously Phoenix is being a little bit of a bitch about it. So, like, bro, I trust Phoenix more than you. I'm gonna be honest. You're new. I know about Phoenix. I trust Phoenix's compass, if I'm being honest.
Is being wild.
Phoenix being
right
catty.
now.
It's great, but like, bro, I thought he was your friend.
Like, dude, you know how this works, my guy.
I'm just out here. I'm just like, obviously, y'all ain't gonna say nothing. But I'm just like,
No, you're not.
every
We
time
trust
Kristoff
you.
looks at me, I'm like, I have the fucking like steak ready. Like he's gonna suck my blood. Like I don't like. He gives vampire vibes. You know what I'm saying? He gives
He does.
secret
He really
vampire
does.
vibes. He gives and it's not just the way he dresses. Like
No, it's
he
definitely
really
more than that.
gives like a I'm hiding, like I'm a murderer or some shit. Like he's like
Yeah.
if Gant was actually hot. Yeah, oh, it is the German.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I don't know anything really about Clavier yet. I don't think I'm gonna get that from Clavier, though. He seems happy. Genuinely happy. He seems like he's actually having a
I
good
also
time.
know that he gets shipped with Apollo, so
Yeah.
he's probably a good boy.
Well, I mean, Edgeworth is a big meanie and a bitch, but like he's shipped
Yeah,
with
but
Phoenix.
he comes around.
Oh,
It's
okay, I have to read.
fine.
I saw this like Tumblr post. Let's see if I can find it again.
Oh yeah.
Because it was really good about the like, like the Naramitsu sort of thing. Ah, here it is. The problem with how people characterize Naramitsu is that they only see them as the grumpy and the sunshine ship dynamic. So they end up writing Phoenix as a golden retriever and Miles as an old gray queen. But like, Phoenix is such a bitch. The bitchiest bitch that ever bitched, actually. He enjoys sarcasm and trash talking. But the thing is, he has this thing called situational awareness. So he knows not to behave like a massive dick in front of people involved in a murder investigation. On the other hand, Miles gets easily
What a
flustered,
concept.
and his fight or flight response to being caught off guard is spitting a venomous comeback. But in his head, he's making puns. He's thinking about how the plants are beautiful, and he's like an easily spooked horse who is also a dork that gets into staring contests with a dog and loses. And I'm just like, yes, this person gets it.
They do.
No, Lucy.
Dang, Lucy. You're writing fanfiction right there.
He's very bad at being a secret. Okay. Sure. Apollo is gay. And so Apollo is charmed by how hot Kristoff is. I,
Very
an
much like a
ace,
vampire.
can suss out the evil pretty people like that.
No, he literally.
It's
I
kinda
don't
real,
think our
though.
comparisons
Kinda
to
real,
Sinnott
though.
were that off because he's got the customer service smile. He really does.
Mars.
Bro,
Where did you leave in Cinderella Boy last?
Oh, I'm still in the last part I told you about. I'm still on Vacation Island.
Okay.
I haven't read more yet.
Spoilers for Cinderella Boy, but just vibe wise, like goof wise, not like lore wise. Okay, goof wise. So Chase, right? He loves vampires. Whoops. This is
Yes,
not what
I
wanted.
remember that.
He loves vampires.
I do
Where's the
remember
spoilers?
that.
There it is. Okay, obsessed with vampires. He's really into vampires. He's gay. Okay, he's really into guy vampires. That's like his
He is
thing.
gay, good sir.
He is in love with them. There's like a moment where the villain character mentions vampires or something, and another character is like, oh, don't talk about that, him. And the reaction ends up making the villain character think that Chase is afraid of vampires. Okay? So then we end up where for Chase's birthday, the sidekick character picks out a book that is a vampire book. Vampire novel
that's amazing.
for them to go into. And so Chase is having the fucking time of his life. He is on the hot vampire's like arm the whole time. Like he is living, okay? But the end of the story is specifically joking that it's horribly written. Like basic, it's not smut because it's a webtoon, but like it's the equivalent of like if it was a badly written, it's a badly written romance novel.
I see.
Right, and a lot of jokes are made out of it. Really hilarious. I can't wait till you get there. But basically, like half the thing is just the two characters trying to get Chase to actually complete the book by realizing he's a vampire and running away. Everybody knew he was a vampire immediately, but Chase just loves hot vampires. That even though he is well aware that he is going to be eaten at the end of it, he is fucking.
This poor boy.
It's so hilarious. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's the vibes. It's just like,
that's incredible.
The aloes are just ready.
Beautiful. We stand.
Every Ace Attorney character is gay until proven otherwise. 100%.
So true.
No, I would not say that Phoenix is a brat and Edgeworth is a himbo. They're very. I would say they have really difficult tropes to fall into, if that makes sense. I think Edgeworth is a spiteful dork, and
I think Phoenix comes closer to himbo, but with an edge.
I wouldn't call him himbo. He's got a lot of. Edgeworth is a spiteful dork, and Phoenix is like.
Phoenix is hard.
I'm trying to. There's like because he's kind I would use the word like jaded for some of Phoenix's stuff in a way. Like there's like
I could see that.
That is a beautiful headcanon, Bess.
That is quite lovely.
Yeah, Shiro, there is. Yeah, there is only one canonical street character, and his name is Larry, and we hate him, and it has nothing to do with him being straight. He sucks for other reasons. No questions, Your Honor. It's like a. It's a very difficult. They're both very difficult things to characterize.
They are. It's tough.
He gives Sokka vibes. Like there's definitely there's a level of, oh, Phoenix, you dumb idiot. But there's also like a, damn, Phoenix, burn.
But there's also like a, oh, you went there.
Yeah. And he's obviously a smart cookie, you know?
He is. Very tough. Very tough.
Okay.
Oh no!
I fixed it. Yeah, Larry's... You're right. He does not have Phoenix's durability. But, like, I don't put Phoenix in himbo, because himbo is specifically, like, pure of heart, and then beefy and dumb. And I'm gonna be honest, Phoenix is none of those things.
Yeah, no.
Phoenix is none of those things.
No, definitely not.
Goku is quintessential himbo, 100%. It's Goku, it's Kronk, and it's Fred. Those are like the main ones.
Yeah, those definitely.
He's not dumb, but the others. I definitely think Phoenix, like, I like Phoenix's progression, and I definitely like in the anime they show him as being really like a bright-eyed rookie.
I do think they're genuine. You know, to an extent, he does have to like cover up what he's feeling in court sometimes, but I do think like when he's feeling happy, he is being happy.
No, he's definitely being happy. He's definitely, like, he's anxious in court. He has the anxious moments. He's not to the level of Apollo that we're seeing right now, but he has his moments of like,
way more.
He has a lot of self-doubt moments, right? Like a lot, like that's a big thing. But he also has the moments of like, why am I feeling extra self-doubty right now? Right? Like we have like a moment where he's specifically like, this is out of the ordinary for me. You know, the level of like, doubting myself that I'm doing, right? So he has a level of confidence there.
He does. They're complex characters.
There are very few people that are not taller than Apollo. Is what I will say. I gotta say, really funny that I noticed that the courtroom lobby was drawn from a lower angle, it seemed. But
that is such a nice attention to detail. I kind of love it.
But him standing at the podium, he does not look short at all.
Nah, Ori, he's on an apple box.
Yeah. I know.
He's definitely on an apple box. There's no way he isn't.
A donut crate.
I always reference the apple box because there was one movie review I was watching. It's called The Kissing Booth, and it was being reviewed by a channel called Cinema Therapy.
I've seen
and one of the guys on it, they actually have a very Mars and Ori type setup where one's a specialist in this and the other's a specialist in this. And they're able to bounce off each other that way. And,
no, it's okay.
The guy, Alan,
it's
he
okay,
goes
Shiro.
on to say, because in that movie, the girl is so short and the guy is so tall. So he just keeps going on and on about apple box, put her on an apple box. And that's just what my mind always jumps to every time I think of like, oh, this character's too short. We got to make him tall.
Well,
yes,
Shiro, I will say
that, Bass.
You can.
When did that come out? Like peak high school, maybe?
I will.
Or was it college?
Plug that obviously we are Ace Tooney. Our entire thing is. Not entire thing. A big part of our thing is our playthrough of the Ace Attorney game.
The reason we are called Ace Tooney is because of Ace Attorney.
I would say we're a great way to do so. I would also say
a good introduction, I think.
Yeah, we had never played. We had very minimal knowledge. We still have minimal knowledge. We're only halfway.
Blind, so we are just as surprised as you when stuff happens.
And they are, like, full playthroughs. So, like, you will get the whole story of the game. It's not like we're cutting out a bunch of stuff. However, if you do want just the goofs and the gaffs, there are the redirects, which you will not understand the story at all, but you will laugh your ass off, in my opinion.
Ass off. There we go.
Yeah. But, basically, I will say, Shiro, it's one of those things where it's, like, it gets surprisingly in depth in a lot of characters. There is a lot of characterization moments that I really like about like I fell in love with Ace Attorney.
There's a ton
because of like I would have never did anything Ace Attorney. I knew of its existence. I knew of like objection.lol as like a thing that like could exist, you know, as like people did them.
Has anyone seen the anime Objection?
Yeah.
Or the Objection anime?
The Objection anime, God. But it's like, and I knew it was about lawyers. I knew the name Phoenix Wright. I knew the name Miles Edgeworth. That was literally it, right? And, yeah, there's no QuickTime events. There's no QuickTime events.
No QuickTime events. You're crazy, Shiro. You're thinking of
the investigations.
That has QuickTime events.
Oh, Danganronpa does? Yeah, there's no Crazy Shiro, if you watch our playthrough, there's multiple times where we are sitting there
stall
just like talking, just
minutes.
trying to sit there and figure out Shiro, I am horrific at game. And what I mean by that is that anything that requires hand-eye coordination in any way, I fucking suck at. I am so bad at game that I make input errors playing Ace Attorney, which for all intents and purposes
it was impressive.
is a point-and-click visual novel game that I still fuck up. Okay? However,
it's impressive. It's very impressive.
It is very forgiving. It is a very forgiving game. It's very easy that if you do fuck up. Yeah. Shiro, honestly, if that was your biggest reason not to play it, please play it. It is really not that hard. And as long as you know, save and especially because you can, like, if you do like the PC or, you know, like with the new port, right, you have a ton of fucking save files, so you can't accidentally soft lock yourself
involved, but it's not crazy.
Did the trilogy update have an autoplay? I don't know if it did. I know the other ones
I want
do.
to say yes,
but I can't remember if the original trilogy does. But it's really worth it, Shiro, and like I said, I am dog shit at games with yeah, it really is, Shiro. It really does sound like that. There is a lovely, I don't know if you know the game Wander Song. It is a very fun, lovely, fun game.
It's also a good game.
It's a fun game.
Ori
However,
was
it does
terrible at the platforming
require
segment.
a significantly higher level than Ace Attorney of what I call gameplay, where I actually have to move the character and hardcore parkour, but it's only hardcore to little old me. And there is
Watching
one
that was torturous.
or two where you are like running away from something. I am like nearly sobbing in the way you hear me about it. Willow in here
really
is actually
dig up those videos.
I have the one.
Those are our first ever.
The videos you can't watch the videos. There is like a couple shorts, and that's it. But there, Willow in here, Shiro, is actually an indie game dev, and they made a game called yep, nope, 100%, 100% agree. I will never play. Yeah.
Oh,
Shiro, I shake.
I have to play enough.
You can play
Ace
Ace Attorney. You can play Ace Attorney. I promise. I promise.
Can't relate. Now, I'm playing Silk Song over here.
In the Investigations second game, there is technically a timer in certain aspects of the game, but it's not a threatening timer.
not
a threat in any way. We died multiple times. It does stress me out, but it really isn't like punishing. In a good way. In a good way. It
creates a false sense of urgency, in my opinion.
Yeah. But that's literally the quote unquote worst thing I've ever experienced in the Ace Attorney games we've played so far, which is half of them. We played the original trilogy and the Investigations duology. Yeah, you basically can retry as many times as you want.
Redacted.
And if you're really struggling and not having a good time, you can put on the autoplay. Like, it really is.
And there you go.
And you could just watch a movie for a little bit.
It's really worth it to experience
I
the
think
story.
The stories is fun. The mysteries are intriguing.
Well put together.
And the characters, I think, like, for me, do the legwork. Like I really want to play. So
carry it.
It's very odd to say, but it has been 3 years since we started playing Ace Attorney games. And
that's nuts.
Before that, I never would have thought that I would be an Ace Attorney girly. At this point, at 3 years later, I have drawn Phoenix Wright more than any other character besides the comic character. The characters I draw for a web comic, okay?
And
I have drawn Phoenix Wright more times than any other character. Yeah, really cool thing.
Go.
I ended up being the banner for the Ace Attorney Tumblr group. which is really cool. The Tumblr community, which is a very cool thing. Yeah, I feel my goal at this point now, which is a wild goal to have, I want to be synonymous with Ace Attorney in the sense of I want the fandom people to be like, oh yeah, Ace Tooney or Akami, you know, they do the Ace Attorney shit.
The tank controls of Monster Hunter? Is that MH?
I don't know.
That's the only MH I can think of. I can't think of. Well, I could think Monster Hunter 3, but you? Oh, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, Monster Hunter 3 Unite?
No. Shiro. We are sharing the same human experience. This is very important. We are sharing the same human experience.
This is true.
I fucking rock the entire world at Overcooked. I fucking slap so hard
I don't know.
at
Would
Overcooked.
you say those are tank controls though?
No, but it is a lot of skill and a lot of speed, and it's a timed thing, and you have to like you know what I'm saying is like it is gameplay in what I talk about gameplay, right? Like there is
it's definitely
it is timed,
no
it is
question.
running around, it is management, it is all this sort of stuff. Good night, Mason. There's a lot going on. And on top of that, I am managing other people, right? Because it's a 4 fucking player thing.
Ori rules that kitchen with an iron fist. Dylan and I have gotten
I
yelled
fucking
at.
slap. I fucking slap.
You can watch that on our channel too. There's an
no, that's Played Up. That's Played Up, which is different. And
vibe, though.
And it's everybody else that's a failure, not me.
Yeah, see, chat.
But so Shiro, you could
Look at
be
the iron fist.
you can be bad at game and still have games every once in a while that you're good at. Because what really matters is how much you want to try. Yeah, see Shiro, there's a whole spectrum of games. But I will say I highly recommend Ace Attorney. And there is no quick time events to the level that actually matter. And the only reason I get stressed in Ace Attorney is because the game narrative is very good. And I am in the game. And I'm stressed because the game is stressful in the sense of the story is a thriller way, right? Like, you know, I'm out there, you know, whatever, and it's like, oh God, no, what's gonna happen now? So, if that was the only thing holding you back, I highly recommend it. And like I said, it has become something like to the level that Ace Attorney has become part of my life.
A part of our
is
identity.
Really wild.
Like so much.
And nothing I could have ever predicted.
I'm really hoping we both get into that Ace Attorney zine.
I'm
hoping they do that Ace Attorney zine.
Long, but there's no way they don't. It seems like there's a lot of, you know, interest already, but it's so long before the interest check is over.
I know, but they have to let the checks roll in.
Like Shiro, again, 3 years ago, I knew of Ace Attorney because I existed on the internet in fandom spaces, right? Like, that's the only reason I knew of the existence of Ace Attorney.
If you were a gamer and
now,
you knew about Ace Attorney, like, it would just cross your feed every now and then.
And now I'm like ready to go to, like, I really want to do an artist alley at a convention, and I want to be like the person that has Ace Attorney merch. Because there's not a lot. We went to I see there was 2. There's like 2, and I got both of them. I have a problem. But I want to be that person, right? Like, I'm here. Huh.
We're nearly there.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even a gamer, Shiro. It was because I was in you know, BL ship culture on Tumblr. That's why I know about it, because it's Narumitsu,
really
man.
hard to not get Narumitsu.
Yeah. I my like main internet experience is fucking like Clans, I would say, is like large internet section for me. Of course I'm ending up with Narumitsu. Like the pipeline.
The pipeline is so direct too.
See, Willow?
Like, ooh, red and blue? Yes, please.
Yeah, seriously.
More red and blue ship? Don't mind if I do.
Seriously.
Piece of candy, piece of candy, piece of candy.
Yeah, the reason I had wanted to play it for a little bit, Bass, but I just sort of like, you know, it was something that you kind of had to sit down and do, right? And it was really just like there was other things I was doing.
I think it does make a difference playing it individually, and
100%
playing it as a group. Like when we're giving them funny voices or like really getting into a scene. Also, we're able to bounce ideas off each other.
Well,
like,
I think
it makes a difference.
I would have enjoyed Ace Attorney played alone. I would not have the level of sheer joy in Ace Attorney by getting to play it with Mars and Dylan. And you guys. Like, the other thing is that because you guys are a part of it, we get so much lore. I don't have to do any work to get all the fucking lore.
Sometimes you guys tell us, hey, if you click this line, you'll get lore.
Exactly, Bass. And the fact
you
that,
know
like,
I'm all about.
You know, Canadian Lucifer is out here where it's like, oh, we're playing with friends. Lakitu, you know, Allie with her brother, right? Like, it really seems to end up being like a, you play this with people. Which is a really wild thing for a game in the best way. But it really is just like...
Sayu also started playing it too, and he's playing it with Hayden. So it's like...
There you go.
It's really meant to be played with two people. At least two people.
Well, I think we're unique that we're 3 people. So, you know, everybody else can be layman too. But we're a cool trio.
Because we're able to have more varied voices.
I think it is one of those things, though, where it's like with streams and stuff, the more people you get in there, the more really synergistic you have to be in order to have a really good stream. And I think it's definitely like a...
Probably not Bass, but we're 3 minutes from 11.
Oh,
so
whoops.
It's probably just gonna stay.
It's gone now.
Poof.
But I think... And we definitely had, like, at the beginning...
Shiro.
A little more
I feel that
hiccupy with it. But I think now we're at this point where it's like we're so synergy as a trio.
We are.
It would be very hard for other people to be other
characters. And
we're going. I'm just at this point I'm too shook. Like I feel like which honestly again method acting, but
yeah.
God.
It works.
So shook.
So shook, da?
See there, sure.
See,
the
Shiro,
solution.
I feel that.
The solution?
That happens to me as well, where I'm just like, I'm going, I'm playing, I'm having a good time, I put it down. Oh,
Shiro, I know this is a big plug, okay? I know this is a big plug. But if you listen to things while you art, I gotta say, our playthroughs have been constantly told to be very great background noise. And again, we read all the lines and voices, so you really don't have to look at the screen except the 1 or 2 times where we acknowledge the thing on the screen is particularly hilarious. All I'm saying, if you're worried about the game but you want to experience it, I'm just saying. And ours, and I need to also preface this. I also need to preface...
yes.
The videos are edited down so that there's no weird stream stuff. So you can watch the lives if you want, but I know that I am not a big stream VOD watcher personally, because I want to just watch the edited video. So there are edited videos. Now, we are significantly ahead of the streams than the edited videos because, you know, math and everything. But I'm just saying. I won't be offended if you don't. But I'm just saying. Yeah, Bass freaking out here like lore keepering Ace Tooney. My lord.
Freaking impressive. Holy crap. Yes, I have been practicing the Russian accent. Bass, I am locked and loaded. I am ready for Friday. Now that I know I'm doing Russian, I knew what I needed to study.
See, that's the other thing. I don't want to be so...
But it's closer.
I don't want to be so professional that it's like we prepare for every voice. It's like, no, some of the fun is being stupid.
Some of the fun is, but it can't be Rush-Irish, okay? I had to fix that for my own standards.
I'm just saying, we will polish by the abridged. That's the only one where I'm like, yes, this will have a high production value, where it will have, you know, specifically polished directed voices. But in our playthrough of the game, it's just for the goofs and the gaffs.
It's for the goofs and the gaffs because we're doing it on the fly, and honestly, for only having a chance to read the line once with no preparation or practice, I think we do pretty good.
And I think that's the fun of it. All right, Shiro. Well, if you do, we definitely appreciate it. But if you're just here for the streams, no sweat.
I will say,
I gotta
at the
be a
beginning,
good
we definitely
content
play it
creator
straight because we're figuring it out. But I think by like case 2 and 3, we start.
So I would say
really
definitely case 1, while we are still goofy, it's definitely a little straight.
Case 1 is the straightest we've ever played it.
By case 2, we're definitely leaning into it. I will say the, like, big, like, peak of where, like, this is where modern Ace Attorney, like, Ace Tooney starts is Turnabout Big Top.
Yeah, that's where it's
like, it's good. I laugh hilariously at a bunch of it. I love the redirects and everything. There's no question. And we make jokes in the first one, too. But Turnabout Big Top, well, we only play it so straight. We're shooketh by how gay it really is very fast. That was like a moment we were like, what? I didn't think it was actually
moment where we were
gay.
like, wait, it's not just fanon? Like,
yeah,
the line
that
exists?
was nuts. Well, it was like...
That was crazy.
It was nuts. It was just like, wow, this is gayer than I thought it was going to be.
Wow. Okay, guys, I am a fan fiction writer. I will come out and say I am a fan fiction writer. So as such, I have read a lot of fan fiction, including fan fiction where it's like, okay, the ship exists, but the ship it's built on is built out of tape and glue. Like, I have seen people do more with less. So I was like, okay,
I know. I'm ready, Bess.
I see the vibe. It's like, how obvious could it be? And it's like, oh.
Well, it's like,
they
rivals.
gave them a lot,
you know,
to
like,
work
okay,
with.
I can see
you got the rivals,
how we get. Well, no, it's like I can see how we get, and then it's
and
the
then
fucking
just come out.
Was like,
with that
no.
line.
I was like,
is
wow.
like, oh, that was direct.
Yeah,
that wasn't subtext. That was text. Okay. And it balloons from there. It really does.
Well, yeah.
Good times all around.
But yeah, I would have never thought, I would have never told, you know, getting into fandom, you know, 10th grade Ori, that in fucking Jesus, wow.
Don't remind me. Shut up.
Plug your ears, Mars.
No, we don't need numbers.
That in 10 years.
We don't need numbers. Ah!
You would be drawing, like, an insane amount of Ace Attorney fan art. Like, an absolutely insane amount. Wow. That's a milestone.
That is, though. That really is. That's that 10 years. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
Just a
fuck. Mars, it's our high school reunion year.
Oh, geez, is it?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any emails or anything.
No, I haven't seen anything, but I'm just saying, like, we graduated in 2016.
Shit, we should do
10
something
years.
in June.
That's wild. Well, there's
That's
supposedly is something that'll happen at our high school in theory, but yeah,
And
Mars
in
died.
theory.
She yeah, I killed her. Psychic damage straight to the
Shira,
mind. She
I will
aged
say this,
80
if you
years
watch
that day.
Ace Attorney, you will get even more lovely screams from me. Apparently I get all the screaming characters. I perfected the scream.
And crying. She does good crying,
And
I will
crying.
say.
I do good crying. Oh yes, circle all the way
That's
back to the beginning
wild,
of the
Divinity
night.
Lucifer.
I like angst. I like
That's
angst and her
wild.
comfort.
Hey,
come full
I'm glad we got it. I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, that was definitely my most violent scream.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, I think it is the one I'm thinking of.
If it's the one in the airplane, yes.
Yeah. Those, we were dying.
Yeah.
It's the one after the airplane, yeah. We were dying.
After the airplane? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I did scream.
Oh,
in that
we
one.
were all screaming on that one. Jesus.
But that wasn't character screaming. That was just us freaking out.
That was sincere Mars and Ori.
That was pure terror.
Yeah. Ace Attorney, not a horror game. In that moment,
No.
press E to doubt.
It became a horror game. It became a horror game.
For about 30 seconds of sheer terror.
I think there are 2 times where I've screamed in terror on stream. During that one, and then also during our cold front playthrough.
Yeah.
When the beast shows up, like,
Yeah.
pure
That one's
terror in
horrifying
that
as
moment.
well.
That scared the shit out of me. That was a genuine Mars scream.
No,
Patent
Studio
pending
Investigative does a
trademark.
lot of... See, like, I will say wholeheartedly, I am not a horror person. I do not want to play horror-specific games.
I enjoy
like...
consuming it secondhand.
I like...
What do I mean by that? I mean consuming it via Let's Plays and theory videos.
Yeah, I'll do Markiplier.
I'm all about the lore. I'm all about the, oh, here's what's happening in the story type deal. I have watched theories on Little Nightmares, FNAF, obviously, Bendy and the Ink Machine, all the good ones, Have I played any of those? The only one I have played is Indigo Park. And I did play chapter 1 of
I'll
Bendy,
have to
but I
remember
screamed
that
my head
then.
off doing it. Because I am a chicken shit when it comes to that stuff.
I am, like, solely able to tolerate the Studio Investigative level of horror because it's very psychological horror, and where it has moments of, like, quick, like, oh shit, you know, moments, they're not lasting.
I love Indigo Park. It's great.
In the sense of, like, I'm gonna have nightmares, where, like, Five Nights at Freddy's would give me nightmares, and, like,
Yeah.
the Indigo Park would give me nightmares, and, like, you know, yeah, I could not.
That's why you have to balance it out with a healthy dose of Bluey before bed.
Exactly. Good, Bats. Good. That's what we like to see. Remember, we have one more. Sadly, there won't be a lot of delays between now and the end of the Apollo Justice trilogy because I have a bet to win.
That's not sadly.
But, well, I mean, we won't be playing Rotten Paradise until after this, is what I'm saying.
That's true.
But,
that's true.
Unless
somebody gets unexpectedly sick.
Well, I
me.
want to specifically play Rotten Paradise with the both of you because I know there are like 5 featured characters in all of the art, so I don't want to have it just be you and I, just because or just me and Dylan because there is a lot of characters. So I want to have
that
as
one
many
we need
as
to have
possible.
varied. Look at that, stream is ending.
But yes, thank you all for coming and hanging out.
Yes. Thanks for hanging out and listening to us rant about a great many things tonight.
I need to go eat food. That's for
We
certain.
are yappers.
We are big yappers, and we are eventually making a yap video
Yes,
series.
a Yap channel,
over
if you
on
will.
Folding Planets. If you're not following Folding Planets on YouTube, that's where we have
should.
all of our
That's where the comic stuff
and
happens.
lore stuff. So
yes,
I
I
do
wrote a
recommend
lore
heading
video.
over there.
And
Folding
it's beautifully animated.
Planets.
You should check it out.
Yes, very fun stuff.
I
For
had a
more
lot of fun
comic stuff.
writing it. Please watch it.
And the comic dub is over there as well.
Yes.
All things that will
So you
start
can
in
catch up there if
2025.
you don't like
2026. That channel's gonna have a
2026, Ori.
resurgence. 2026 resurgence of that channel. And
Yes. The revival.
have a lovely hump day, and we'll see you Thursday. Good night.
See you guys then. Have a good one.